Hello back. Holistic bus driver, how you doing? I feel well. You've had a good day, night, evening, or sleep or morning? Did I miss anything? Afternoon? Hope you're all having a good day. I'm really excited for today's game. I've had this in my downloads folder for so long. I think I said it yesterday. But it's a visual novel game, and I haven't played a visual novel game, like a proper one, in a really long time. I think since God, what was the last one I played? I can only think of when I tried to redo Mystic Messenger. It's 11 p.m. here. I hope you had a lovely day and night. But yes, I don't think I played an actual visual novel since a couple years ago. I guess Needy Stream Overload is kind of a visual novel in a sense, but like, this is the real thing, you know. It's got the dialogue, it's got the text boxes, the fucking, like, the people stationed next to that text box, the standard stuff. Plus, this game has really nice aesthetics. The art style is incredible, and also the soundtrack, which I've had in the background for a while. 9 p.m. spent all day trying to help someone build a PC over text and fix it. Oh god, no, that's the worst. I hope that it was worth it. I hope it was worth it for them and for you. It sounds like a pain in the ass. Why was there no call or video option? I wonder why. It's still happening. Oh, for God's sake. Not at 9 p.m. at night. It's not within working hours. That's really cool because I'm falling asleep. You should really... I think you guys should just put it off until tomorrow. Is it really that important? You should be doing this at 9 p.m. at night? Doesn't sound healthy at all. I remember having to stay up late to fix my brother's Windows 11 because we forgot to get an activation code. What if streaming wasn't half their income? Oh, but what if they put it off for like a day? You know, they could make it up, right? Just one hiatus day for health reasons. But yeah, can't really do much if it is their job, you know. Yes, thank you for the redeem. Yes. But anyways, yes, I had this game up in the background for quite a while. The what's it? The soundtrack is very nice. I got the rain aesthetic. It is about. Let me just let you guys listen to it as well. Actually, maybe I'll turn it up. Can you hear it well? Is this an okay volume? Put myself down here. But yes. This is the game Diffraction. It's by Raindroplet Italia, I believe. You can also put it on your Steam wishlist. They're not asking me to. I just think it's a really good game and that you should try it out when you get the time. Even though I haven't played it, I know it's good. I know it's gonna be good. But it is about I think there are three photographers. They're all of age, above 20. The main character, April, who you can rename, is 22. Then you have Fane, who's also 22, and Hendrik, who's 25. And then all their character bios have their favorite, like, weather. So April's is sunny, Fane is a light drizzle, and then Hendrik likes thunderstorms for some reason. But yes. And then we have the two love interests, which is what's that? Bane and Hendrik, and you will see them when I play. And yeah, I'm very excited. Shall return once this ends. Have fun. Thank you, no worries. I wish you good luck. I hope that it resolves soon. Yes, I'm gonna get straight into this game because I've been waiting for so long. My name is not April, it is Soyuu. Look how pretty she is. Start. Okay. I hope if you can't see anything, let me know because I can move myself. I'll leave Bane in your capable hands, alright? Alright. How do I... Is it spacebar? I gotta go, I'll lose the duck. The duck? What? You can't... And it's gone already. Figures. Came all the way up the mountain and he abandons us to go on a literal wild goose chase. Hey Fane, are you okay with this? I think it was a wild duck chase. A wild duck? That's not really the point here. What is the point then? Never mind. You don't have a camera, right? Are you just using your phone or something? I'm okay with anything. I'll just watch you. Or... Flash. She got flashbanged. That's Fane. That's Fane. He's got the lighter hair. And then Hendrik will have the darker hair. Huh? Why are you taking a photo of me? Because you have to participate somehow here. How are you going to learn to be a famous photographer at this rate? That is very true. I don't take photos though. Maybe you don't, but I do. I'll be a super famous photographer one day. That sounds cool, I'm sure you'll be great. Are you trying to make fun of me? No, I just think you could do it. Oh. How nice. How nice of him. What if I said I want to be a well-known influencer too? You do amazing for sure. Oh my god, he's webbed. What if I wanted to be a T-Rex? I heard they sell those blow-up dinosaur costumes in the next town over. Ah, jeez. He loves us. Miss Soyuu? Yes? Hello? Where the fuck am I? Huh? That's us! That's us! Well, this is me. Recruiter 1. Are you alright? Did I fall? Ah, stupid. Why am I daydreaming at a time like this? I ask who she is. Who are you again? Excuse me, are you serious? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I have a bad memory. Yes? The woman blinks at me slowly. Confusion clear on her face. You are the one applying to work in my studio, correct? And you're asking me who I am? Oops. It's clearly too late to backtrack as I'm already hearing snickers and whispers of other people close by. Perhaps I may give you some professional advice. She continues on without waiting for my response. Our studio and many others don't quite consider 3 years of personal social media as experience. Alright, Miss Ma'am. I don't need to be rude. Sounds like the real working force. You should try working more professional gigs first. Please excuse me. The woman clearly dismisses me to speak to another attendee nearby. The snickers from the surrounding crowd only gets louder. Let's try a booth a little further away from here next. Oh, so she's at we are at a Korea expo, I believe. Yeah, now that I look at it, we've got like the camera HUD. The flash. that takes us to the Twitter. Okay, cool. Recruiter 3. Oh, so you do photography and social media. Does that mean you know how to use editing software? Yes, I do. That's great. I've been looking for someone like you. Yeah, we got a job. Really? You see, our little startup needs to get someone that can take the photos, put together a few viral photos. Wait, videos? Did I read wrong? Videos? How do I go back? Maybe make some promotional flyers or postcards and properly set up our websites. Hang on, mister, I've never made a website. And our 5-year contracts will promise a lot of work. So when can you start? You are hiring for a photographer, right? That's right? Huh? Maybe I'll get back to you on this one. Recruiter 7. I'm always happy to have to give anyone a chance despite their bland, boring portfolio. Did he just call our portfolio bland and boring? How rude. After all, we're a studio that gives chances to those dedicated to the culture and passion of tasteful human bodies. Anyone except you. What? Why? I mean, I can ask why. Please, I saw the commotion you made a few booths over. Disrespecting people with passion. Forget the fact that you only play around online. What? I'll only consider you if you get some solid marketable skills or add some culture to your portfolio. There goes that chance. Damn. No. Nothing but rejections. Yes. I understand that. I started applying at a job fair, so it was a job expo. Job fair. It was supposed to be easier, but it's not true at all. At least email rejections aren't as brutal. This is such a waste of time. Oh, they've got the date up here. So it's the 1st of May, or is it the 5th of January? I should just steer clear of Mr. Cultured's booth as much as possible. Another day, another disappointment, I guess. That sounds cool. I'm sure you'll be great. Ah, memory, a little flashback. Great, my butt. Ah, my nose is really itchy, sorry. I wonder what that boy would think if he saw me today. Oh, so that was like years ago then. Would he still think I'm doing great? What a silly thought, thinking about some kid after all this time. It's a bit sad. I remember what he said perfectly, but I can't quite remember his name. I swear it started with an F, right? Was it Fang? No, I think it could have been Frank? Maybe it was more of a Finn. Wait. Isn't that... It's your boy, Fane. Hey! Get your ass back here. My quiet exclamation is lost in the noisy crowd, as is the sudden flicker of an all too familiar face in the distance. Without realizing, I take a few steps forward. Can't be Fane. Why is he here? Where has he been? Did he look different? Yeah, okay. A million questions surface, but before there's time to think about any of them, I'm already running after him. Why are you gonna be so here? What do you mean? I'm just reading. I'm reading with a bit of, emotion. Gotta put character in the dialogue. Just me, myself, and I, crowd around me blurs while my focus stays on the spot he last stood. Only in the rush, I'd forgotten to look where I was going. Ah, oh, ooh. Hey, watch it. It's Hendrik, the man I collided with, uttered a panicked curse as his things scattered to the ground around him. Hello, good-looking man. A few startled people nearby also quickly back away, eyeing us with a mixture of concern or surprising concern. There's no time to worry about this, I have to get up. I sweep up my drop portfolio and ready myself to run once more when... Crack? Oh, crap. Oh, there, beneath my shoe, lies a very shiny, very new looking, very broken beyond repair smartphone. How the heck didn't that coffee spill? I don't know. Maybe it was one of those like fancy keep mugs. Coffee keep mug things, you know? Stop and apologize to the stranger. Attempt to make amends. We learn. In an instant, all thoughts of pursuing Fane had slipped from my mind in the face of this new scenario. Meeting the stranger's gaze, I quickly removed my shoe from his phone. I'm so sorry, let me help you. Without even waiting for confirmation, I moved to help him gather up his belongings, which luckily hadn't scattered too far. Meanwhile, without so much as looking at me, he'd begun to frantically press the buttons on his shattered phone, all the while clutching the device as though it were his injured child. Come on, please be alive. Nervously, I look at the screen, silently hoping it might somehow be less damaged than it looks. That was one strong step if she broke that phone. I swear it doesn't take that much. Or it shouldn't take that little. Hope you got insurance. I hope he has insurance. He looks like someone who might have insurance. Well, either way, I don't really have the money to fix this. After a few more failures, he finally lowers his hands. It's no good. It's dead. Standing up, he picks up the items I'd returned to him earlier, sliding the phone into his pocket and shifts his full attention towards me. What should I do? Ask him how much the phone was worth and see if you have money to fix it. How much would it cost to buy a new one? I definitely can't afford it, but it's better to know what I'm working with here, at least, right? Or though I saw or so I thought. $5,000. $5,000? What sort of phone costs $5,000? He's gotta be messing with me. But then again, his clothes do look kind of expensive. You making a joke or something? I've never heard of a phone that costs that much. Nope. I stare at him for a moment. Is he really being serious? I'm sorry, but I really don't have that kind of money. 5K is way too much. What kind of phone costs $5,000? Is there any other way I could make up for this? Let me see. He makes a show of thinking for a moment. How about... He begins, but all of a sudden we are interrupted by a shout. Hey hen, over here. Hen. Like a chicken. Voice calls out, and the stranger before me instinctively turns to look at the direction the voice is coming from. Ooh, more pretty people. Two new people emerge from the crowd. A woman clutching a name brand purse, and a boy waving his hand in the air to get our attention. Are they friends of his? Well, duh. You get lost or something? We've been looking all over campus for you. You didn't answer your phone either. Well, he can't. Sorry, my phone got smashed, so I didn't get anything. Most times phone repair is more than the price to buy it, since the screen is marked up to make it impossible to repair. Yeah, but he's saying that the whole phone itself cost him 5k. But even then, a screen repair shouldn't be that much. He holds up his cracked and dead phone in emphasis. Damn, that sucks. That's rough, buddy. Yep. Everyone waits a beat to see if Hen will explain what happened, but he doesn't elaborate any further. Simply shrugs. Only then does the girl seem to notice me. Oh, who's this? Another fan? She seems to study me for a moment. Fan? Should I feel offended? I feel offended. No, I'm just the person that broke this phone. I'm a possible new collab. Hen cuts me off suddenly, sending the most suggestive winks to the other two. I don't understand what he does for a living anymore. It must have been enough because they nod understandingly. Oh, okay. Wait, what collab? What does that mean? Gotcha. We'll head back to the gym then. Join us after when you're done. Done with what? They're clearly not even trying to include me in this conversation. Without providing me with even a single shred of further context, the two walk off to the other end of the auditorium. Hen turns towards me. Hen turns back towards me as if nothing just happened. Alright, let's go. I have the perfect idea. Without so much as waiting for further confirmation, he'd already begun to move, clearly expecting me to follow. It's okay, I'll follow him. Go with him quietly. It's not like I have much of a choice on whether I want to go or not. I hesitantly follow, walking a few steps behind him. Once he notices me following, Hen half turns and gives me an unreadable look. What? What was that? That was rude. But he continues walking right after. What was that? Whatever. I should just get this over with. I just really hope I won't regret this. As I silently walk towards the venue exit, I'm left alone to imagine what could possibly await me. None of my guesses were particularly reassuring. We exit the venue. He looks around for just a moment and then continues down the street. Oh, that's what I just did. Well, it doesn't seem like he's going to talk to me. Maybe I should talk to him. Could ask about that collab he mentioned earlier. I'm gonna ask him. Hey, about that collab you mentioned. What did you mean by possible new collab? What collab? Collab? Oh, well, if you pay for something like, say, candy, and I get something like, say, candy, then that's a collab, right? A mutual agreement between two individuals to each contribute towards a common goal. That goal being to heal my broken heart after the tragic loss of my phone. He wants me to buy him candy. Or so they say. My questions are given no answers as he turns and continues onward without so much as waiting for my response. Well, whatever he wants, he's clearly not going to give me a proper answer. I think he just wants his phone fixed. First and foremost. At least, I guess at least we're still in a fairly populated part of town. I can't think of much he could pull here. He could pull me. He could pull me for sure. Anything. So we're at the store. Oh look, we got, let's see, Bucky. We got those like sunflower things. We got green tea. What's that? Instant ramen. Probably some sort of potato snack. I see a wasabi packet, I think. Before I can even contemplate what would happen next, and has already wandered off, swiftly vanishing into one of the more distant aisles. Okay then, slowly follow after him. Turning the corner, I spot him already crouched in front of a shelf lined with a variety of gummies. Is he seriously making me pay for his candy? He looks up at me as I approach. When is the collab stream? Collab stream? Collab stream with Hen? I don't know. I feel like this is the collab stream with Hen, no? Immediately extends a selection of packages in my direction. An expectant look on his face. Hold these. Okay. As soon as I find my arms entirely occupied by a large pile of candy. Huh? What am I, your shopping cart? With his hands now freed up, he seems to stare at the candy selection seriously for a few moments. Apparently torn between a pack of multicolored frog gummies and what appears to be a foreign brand of whale gummies. I take the frog gummies. What do you think? Blue whales or tree frogs? This is probably the most serious look I've seen from him so far. Why not both? Why not both? Just get both. I briefly glanced down at the already ridiculous pile of candy in my arms, wondering why he's suddenly showing some restraint. I can't do that. Don't you see I need to watch my health? What about the candy in my arms? I couldn't possibly. This is him watching his health? Contemplates the two bags as if they were bars of gold, weighing one in each hand. Like one bag of candy, more or less changes anything here. This is already a ridiculous amount of sugar. My thoughts are interrupted, as I feel the weight of my own arms increase. An additional 2 bags placed into the pile I'm carrying. You know, you're right. I'll just get both. Smart. Smart man. He changed his mind way too fast. Couldn't possibly bear to leave one behind. What if, at 3 AM, I have a sudden craving for gummy whales? The chewy top and the soft base make for such a perfect combination of texture and flavor, but they lack the overall variety of a multicolored gummy frog. The tang of citrus gummies are the best to be had in the mornings after all. That's his concern? Who even eats candy at 3 AM if they're watching their health? I was gonna say me, but I'm not really watching my health. It'll be safer this way. Okay. Okay, buddy. Great. I have no idea what I'm supposed to say to this. And so, I don't. Instead, I began to count up the total cost of everything I'm carrying. Okay, fine. Let's see here. These would be 3, plus that is 1150, and those are 1875. This is way too much. Something must show on my face because he points to the pile of bags under the gummy whales. I'll pay for these ones. It's fine. Great. What was even the point of making me listen to that speech, if you're just going to get both and pay for some anyways? I guess I can't complain since I did break his phone. I should probably double check if I actually have the money for even half of this. So, is that everything? Is that everything, sir? Yes. That should do for now. For now. For me to eat this afternoon, that is. Belt. He elaborates almost a little too accurately in response to my thoughts. Don't worry, you'll be completely debt-free once you've paid for these. I'd almost forgotten about the debt. Wait, you're planning to eat all of these at once? Somehow, it was the least important piece of information revealed in this exchange that turned out to be the most shocking. Yeah, why not? The matter was clearly important enough to halt his stroll towards the checkout desk, but he responds plainly, the question almost sounding more like a statement. You're going to make yourself sick. It will be fine. This is pretty normal for me. This is normal for him? Before I can ask any more questions, he once again turns to head to the cashier. I quickly move to catch up with him, soon placing the absurd amount of candy onto the counter. The woman at the cash register raises an eyebrow at Ken. Ken. Quickly picks up a few of the packets he said he would be paying for. She's paying for all of these. Oh, what? Hang on, I read that wrong. She's paying for all but these ones. He gestures towards me loosely as I begin to pull out my wallet. The woman glances from me to Hen, her gaze lingering on him for a few good moments before she begins to scan the items. Girl, me too. And simply continues to smile, as though nothing is strange here. Yeah, absolutely. Nothing out of the ordinary. That'll be 11:35. Would you like a bag? Yes, I would. I don't think I want to carry those in my arms. Returning my attention to the cash register, I find the woman giving me a patient smile. Yes, please. Exactly. Remembering what I was doing, I resumed digging out the cash from my wallet. So, Hen begins to speak, but is immediately cut off. No, you're not getting a discount on this. She knew what he was going to say. Seems like they know each other. My questions are given no answers as the woman doesn't even spare him a glance as she continues bagging the candy. Hen doesn't seem to pursue the matter. That's kinda sus, buddy. Finally, having freed the remainder of my coins from the recesses of my wallet, I hand the woman the money. Thank you. So she counts the change and then gives me another smile as she hands me the bag before turning to Hen. I stand by the counter as I wait for him to complete his purchase, which appears to be a quick affair without any further bartering exchanged. Okay, let's go. Hen gives me a short, expectant glance before beginning to head outside. Have a nice day! Thanks. Tearing my glance from the cashier, I slowly begin to follow Hen outside. I find him standing next to the entrance, not too far off, and I hold out the bag of candy. He takes it from me, placing his pile of gummies inside. So, what now? Well, you said that this would be enough to make up for the phone, right? Nothing strange here, just an extortion. Well, she did kind of break the phone. He continued to rummage through the bag of candy. Well, you said your phone costs like $5,000, right? And then you said something about a collab. I guess I'm a bit confused. Me too. I'm a little confused. I'm a little lost. I kind of assumed he'd had said he'd had huh? I kind of assumed he'd had something more elaborate in mind. He just shrugs at that. Yeah, but her insurance could have paid for it if she set aside like $8 a month for it. I honestly don't think she has that kind of money if she was scouring her wallet for coins. So, this is all then? I'm off the hook, just like that? Pretty much. Well, that was easy. Well, I should get going now. Okay. I guess I shouldn't argue with him for letting me off so lightly. See ya. Goodbye, handsome boy. He raises a hand in a farewell gesture and then turns to leave without so much as a second glance. But bye. And so I am all of a sudden left standing alone in the streets. Well, that was an unexpected adventure. What a weirdo. But I guess he wasn't as bad as I thought. What do I do now? I look up at the slowly darkening sky. Looks like it's going to rain. Maybe I should go home while it's still dry out. But I wonder if that really was Vane at the job fair. In with all that Even with all that had just unfolded, the earlier encounter had never quite slipped my mind. Looking back, I really could no longer say for sure if I wasn't just a complete stranger, let alone it wasn't just a complete stranger, let alone why I had felt so compelled to drop everything and run after him. Somehow I can't seem to let go of this, so I'm gonna go look for Fane. With that in mind, I begin making my way back towards the job fair. And it's raining. The walk wasn't too far, as the store was just down the street from the venue, but I still ended up getting caught in the rain. If Fane's not here, I should head straight home. Don't want to get in trouble for being out late. Looking around, the hall is fairly empty at this point, so it's easy to see across the expanse of the space. But unfortunately, no sign of him. Maybe I should ask one of the booth staff if they saw anyone matching his description. Besides the light blue hair, I don't exactly remember many details though. I'll just look around a bit more for now, just in case I miss something. Well, it doesn't seem like he's here anymore. After circling the auditorium hall 3 times, asking multiple staff around the halls and booths, and even a few straggler attendees, is the only conclusion I can reach at this point. If it was even him to begin with. I should have just gone home. At this point, I'm not even sure why I'm looking. Even if it was him, I did somehow find him, and then what? What do I even want from him? Probably wouldn't even remember me. Even if he does, it's not like I have the time to be friends with him again. I barely have time for myself at this point. This is so stupid. Just as I'm beginning to turn to head home, however, a nearby display catches my eye. Ooh. Wait, this is... Without realizing it, I've already begun walking towards the booth in question. Fieldstein Community College Student Photography Exhibit? Across one full wall of the auditorium, there are just over a dozen or so pictures lined up in a row, displaying the name of the respective student photographer just beneath them. It's almost easy to mistake how small the classes here actually are, with each picture blown up and taking up a lot more space than a normal photograph. I remember this. Back when I was considering where to study, my parents took me to see one of these. Though I did end up going somewhere better, so I haven't seen this in years. I can't believe they're still running these. How nostalgic. I was so focused on my job search earlier that I must have overlooked it. Quickly pull out my phone to check the time. I'm already late, so taking a little peek around can't hurt, right? I'm definitely being responsible if I consider this career research, right? Maybe I'll stay just a little longer. This is actually a dating sim game. But our main character is a photographer, up-and-coming photographer, wannabe kind of gal. She's also jobless. And then the guy before Hen, his name is Hedrick, and then Fane, the person that we're looking for, are the 2 love interests. Oh, this one isn't too bad. Not bad at all. It's a lot easier to slowly navigate from one image to the next now, with the lack of crowds. It's time to check each name carefully before taking a look at their work. This one's pretty good too. On the far side of the wall, there was a sign that said the exhibit's overall theme was Corners of Daily Life. But the theme doesn't seem too strict, since there's actually a variety of photo subjects here. Even then, each picture has its own charm, with edges of talent and novice mistakes scattered in between. Let's see here. This one's by Ernest Pickle. I crouched slightly to squint at the name, making sure I read it correctly. The strip of paper still reads as Ernest Pickle. I felt bad for judging a name, but what kind of name is that? Could it be an online handle, maybe? Whatever. Let's see what Ernest Pickle can do. Oh. Oh. Picture staring back at me is an incredibly simple one, and the one that's very on theme, being exactly the theme itself, depicting a cracked corner of a room. Little motes of dust and debris are the only other visible details in the photo. Somehow, it's a little on the nose there. But the use of lighting is so interesting. Among the pictures here, this one has the most unique lighting of the bunch. Whether that's a good or bad thing though, either way, this person has potential. Kind of jealous. Take out my photo and snap a picture for reference. This makes me miss being a student. Things were so much easier back then. Oh, I feel that. Everyone had the same goal and drive. It was easy to forget a passion for photography work isn't the norm. I guess we all have to grow up at some point. Hopefully these students enjoy it while they can. I look down at my phone to check the time once more. Crap, it's already 6:30 PM. She's 22 though, why does she have a curfew like that? Dad won't be too happy. Oh, Dad won't be happy if I'm late for dinner again. Well, if I hurry up now, I can still make it before dark, at least. I think it looks pretty dark outside though. Maybe if I run? So, I begin making my way to the building exit, and from there out onto the rainy streets. The walk back home is a relatively short and uneventful one. Soon enough, I'm standing at the entrance of my parents' home, contemplating how best to explain my complete lack of success at the job fair to them. I guess no matter what, they'll find out sooner or later. Might as well just bite the bullet and get it over with. Turning in the key, I push down the door handle. Here goes. Entering the house, I quietly close the door behind me, taking off my shoes before proceeding to walk down the now rather dim hall. I hear the muffled sound of the TV coming from the living room. I guess they must have already eaten. Quietly opening the door, I peek into the room to see my father sitting on the sofa, watching what appears to be the news. I'm back! He looks over at me curiously. You're back late. Yeah, sorry about that. I got held up a bit. Better not tell him about Hen. Yeah, I wouldn't really want to tell my father about Hen either, to be honest. Seems like it. You're soaked through. So, how'd it go? Find anything? Not really. I wasn't what they were looking for, I guess. I see. He pauses as he looks at me, seeming to consider his next words carefully before finally relenting with a short sigh. That's okay. We can talk about this tomorrow morning when your mother is back from her shift. Ah, so our mum works late nights. Get some rest for now. You look tired. And make sure to take a warm shower and drive completely before you catch a cold. Alright. I will. I pull the door shut slowly. Good night. Night, sweetie. Well, that went better than I thought. For now. Look how cute our room is. Oh my god. Look, wait. Can you see my cursor? Look at the little plush. Is that a Louis Vuitton bag or is it a Louis Vuitton dupe bag? Little penguin suitcase. A pink bag. And our very up close picture of a face here. I make my way to my room, dumping my jacket and bag next to the door before collapsing onto my bed. Oh, we changed. We changed clothes even. That's a nice detail. Pretty sure we changed clothes. I wonder what Mum and Dad will say tomorrow. I told them I'll try my best to get a job, but look at me. All I got out today was a load of mean comments and some guy asking me to cover every type of media speciality. Maybe that one booth guy was right. Maybe my portfolio is just bland or something. It's so depressing. Come on, think happy thoughts. I just have to work on making my portfolio better, so they'll have no choice but to hire me next time. Who am I kidding? That's what I tried to tell myself before the job fair, yet today was even more of a disaster than usual. What a day. I can't believe I forgot to watch where I was going. Letting myself run into the king of gummies like that. Calling him king of gummies? That's kinda cute. Not to mention, I ended up trashing the guy's phone. Was me buying him some candy really enough to make up for that? He seemed okay with it, though it was kind of difficult to tell if he was being serious. Not that it makes a difference now, I guess. I'll probably never see him again. Funny joke. Speaking of which, I should definitely let the whole feign thing go. I wasted all that time going back to look for him, but I still found nothing. Was that even him in the first place? He looks so different. Who stays here their whole life? My brain hurts just thinking about it. I should probably get up before I end up falling asleep. I still need to eat dinner, take a shower, try to finish those uploads tomorrow. Maybe send out some more job applications. Chapter 1 End May Day. It's May the 2nd. It's daytime. Is it morning already? I must have just passed out. And I'm still wearing my clothes from the job fair. Oh, we didn't change. I thought we changed. Or maybe we just had a jacket on. Or I just did not pay attention. I should probably get changed. I reached down to pick up my phone off the floor. Let's see, it's already 10:30 AM? I almost slept for the entire morning. What was I thinking? Why didn't I set an alarm last night? Because you literally passed out. Despite the fact that I slept, I find myself feeling unusually groggy. Oh, I hope I didn't overdo it again. Yeah, I thought 10 was an okay time to wake up, you know? Guess I'd better get up now so I don't lose any more of today. Putting down the phone, I begin to get myself ready for the day. Oh, cute kitchen. Breakfast at the kitchen table used to be more of a family affair until Dad started working earlier shifts and Mum later shifts. Since I've been back, it's usually just Mum and I. Today it's just me and a lonely bowl of cereal. Speaking of Mum, I hear footsteps approaching as someone makes their way to the kitchen. She appears surprised when she spots me. Someone's up late. She sets down a stack of freshly washed tea towels on the counter, filing them rather sluggishly into a kitchen cabinet. I overslept. Better not have been up all night again. You know what I've told you about those late nights, sitting in that dark room staring at the computer screen? Oh gosh, she sounds like my own mother. She starts off on an all too familiar tangent. I know. Look, I didn't stay up all night, okay? Sorry, I was back pretty late, I guess. You sure? She looks at me with concern. You're not looking too good. I avoid her gaze, proceeding to eat another spoonful of cereal. That's Mum for you. Even after an entire night shift and barely any sleep, nothing gets by her. Ever since I can remember, she's always been able to tell when there was something wrong with me. It made faking being sick to get out of school virtually impossible. I wonder if I really am coming down with something. In the midst of the grogginess I've been unable to shake, I feel the faint pangs of a headache coming on. It's fine, I'm just tired from yesterday. Or so I try to tell myself. She looks at me carefully for a moment. Whether or not she believes me, she She seems to decide to let the matter go, changing the topic. Speaking of yesterday, I heard from your father that you weren't able to find a job this time either. She seems to hesitate before breaking the awkward silence that had followed that statement. I know it's hard, but maybe it's time to let go of the internet stuff and look for something a bit more stable and realistic. Now, she really do sound like my ma. You've been trying to make photography work for 3 years already, but we don't mind supporting you as long as it helps, but I'm worried you're limiting yourself a bit too much here. Look, it's not like I don't know that this isn't going well at the moment, but I don't... What do I even say to that? She's completely right. This is clearly going nowhere. No matter what I try, I just can't seem to dig myself out of this rut. All of my attempts to find work since I moved back in with my parents have failed. My social media career has been on a downward slope for months now. Should have probably pivoted weeks ago, found a job at a restaurant or store or something. But I just want to give it one more shot before I give up. I'll make peace with it after that, somehow. Maybe. I don't really know what to think about this right now. I really don't want to think about this right now. Can we just talk about this some other time? Quickly finishing the last bites of food, I get up from my seat. I need to get some work done. Maybe she just isn't a good influencer. Maybe. I think she's more of a photographer type influencer. I think maybe she hasn't found the right subject. I think if she, honestly, she's pretty though. If she took photos of herself more, she might be more, successful in a sense. She works as an editor for an influencer. She could. Maybe that is her pathway. Maybe that is what happens. I don't know. I feel like Hen would be an influencer of some sort. Mum looks at me with concern for a moment, then nods shortly. Of course, we can talk about this later. But please give it some thought. Sure. I've already given it some thought, but there's no point in arguing now. Guess I should go get some work done. As an NFT influencer. Yeah, that's why his phone costs $5,000. Just as I'm beginning to head out the door, however... Oh, Soyuu. Yes, mother? Could you bring me any dirty laundry you have? I'm about to put a load in the wash. Laundry? At this time in the morning? Oh, sure. Is there something wrong with doing laundry in the morning? The moment the door closes, I let out a short sigh before slumping back against it. I glanced at the pile of clothes from yesterday, remembering Mum's request. I guess I'd better get these to her. Gathering up what laundry I could find, I made my way to the laundry room. Mum? For a moment I can't spot her behind the pile of clothes I'm carrying. Then... Oh, there she is. Mum? Is she okay? I hold perfectly still for a moment before I see her shoulders rising and falling softly. Her head resting on a pile of folded up clothes. She appears to be sleeping. She must be really tired. This isn't a good place to be napping. I do my best to gently wake her up. Soyuu. Oh dear, I must have fallen asleep. It's hard to tell if the smile she directs at me is forced, but she slowly begins to pick herself up. She is overworked, but also she worked all night, so she's meant to be sleeping in the daytime. I guess her shift last night must have been pretty rough. We will handle the chores. I wanted to get more job applications out today, but I just can't leave her like this. Why don't you go get some rest and leave the laundry to me? She appears surprised after 4 years of just her and Dad in this house. Mum clearly wasn't expecting the offer of help. I'm such a good daughter. It's okay, I got it. You have work to do. I should have known she would say that. Really, it's fine. I can do work later. Despite a clear look of reluctance, she finally gives in with a nod. You're sure? Alright. Thank you. Get some rest, mother. With that, I get started on the pile of clothes. What's that sound? The washing machine hums so loudly in the background that it almost drowns out the faint clattering sound coming from the kitchen. Is she cooking? Sure enough, a familiar figure stands over the sink washing the dishes. Her head dips every few seconds, already starting to nod off again. Of course she wouldn't rest. Mom, let me do the dishes. I already got the laundry running. Can I smell it? What can I smell? Something stinky. Only a few dishes though. You know how delicate these ones are. Have to wash them in a very particular way or they'll scratch. I know. Gently do my best to wrangle this chore from her as well. Of course she puts up the usual fight before eventually relenting once more. What? Can you smell what The Rock is cooking in the next WWE Championship? No, I cannot. I'm sure he's definitely cooking something. Pattern continues. I would finish a chore only to find out that she had started another in a half-awake state. Eventually, I'm back in the laundry room, hanging the finished clothes to dry. And done. That should be everything. The house is once again quiet, without any rustling noises of random chores and tasks. I guess she must have finally gone to sleep. Maybe I should head out so I don't bother her. I grab my phone and jacket and quietly head towards the front door. When... Mom? I thought you were asleep. She outright ignores my question, in favor of handing over a wrapped sandwich and a small white container of medicine. A sandwich? For me? When did she find the time to make that? Remember to eat something and then take some medication after. You don't want to end up in bed with a fever again, do you? Yeah, she's probably right. I can't really afford to get sick right now, even if it's not that bad of the moment. She's really as sharp as ever. And have a nice day, Soyuu. Thanks, Mom. Thanks, Mom. Sandwich for me? I'll give my sandwich to you. You can have it. Slight chill in the air hits my lungs, carrying the scent of rain-soaked grass with it. After the craziness of yesterday, a slow stroll to the park is just what I needed. The scenery here has always been so picturesque and peaceful, and despite the overcast sky, it's hard to not want to take pictures. It's been a while since I've been here. It looks so small compared to when I was a kid. I used to play with the local dogs, or even feed the ducks if I wasn't taking pictures. I fiddle with the phone in my pocket thoughtfully. Better get started before I lose all the light. Maybe I'll even get something I can post on my social media. And I really wanted to try out a similar style to that picture from the exhibition. Pulling out my phone, I begin to look around for a good subject. She's taking photos on her phone and she's a professional photographer? Let's take a picture of flowers and nature. Take a picture of red passerby in their clothing. Park animal. What should I choose? Flowers? Animals? People? I feel like... People? In their clothing? Oh, but like, I don't know if people really like that. Park animals? Park animals, okay. I have the few animals in the park. Become a duck photographer. Out of the few animals in the park, I found myself drawn to a small bird, perched on the branch of a tree. Better turn off the flash before I scare it away. I look up and try to find a suitable angle. I remember seeing birds like this all over town back when I lived here, but I never really stopped to take a picture of one. There's a certain charm to them. But this isn't quite it. Maybe if I shift my position a bit, lowering the angle. Now if I just lengthen the focal length a bit, and maybe with some light editing later. There we go. Not bad at all. Find that with the photo I've taken looks strikingly similar to the one I saw at the gallery. Is this really okay? I look at the image on the screen and wonder if I haven't ended up copying the style of that photo a bit too closely. Well, it's not like it's uncommon to learn by studying techniques that other photographers use, right? Wildlife videos and photographs are very popular on YouTube. They are. And especially on Instagram with pets and stuff. Couldn't help but recall all the assignments in university that revolved around one study or another. I'd even posted several of those before without much concern. It's been a while since I've come out with a photo I'm happy with. I really feel like I might actually be getting somewhere with this. In the midst of my depressing situation, I can't help but cling to this renewed feeling of inspiration, so I decide to indulge it for now. I continue to take pictures, becoming so engrossed in my work that I don't seem to notice as someone approaches me from behind. Soyuu? A woman's voice jolts me back to reality. Looking up, I see a woman wearing an apron with a store logo on it, glancing down at me. She appears to be carrying a large lunchbox. It's the one from the store yesterday. How does she know my name? It's you! She smiles far brighter than any stranger would. When I saw you walk into my store the other day, I couldn't help but think to myself, gosh, she looks just like Yua's daughter. Mommy store owner, second love interest, I wish. Then I wasn't completely sure until I spotted you taking pictures like that. She goes on to tell me a story about a younger me carrying around a yellow plastic camera and bragging about being a photographer one day. I didn't think a stranger could embarrass me so much. You've grown so much since I last saw you. She pauses for a moment and seems to realize something. Oh, I'm so sorry. You probably wouldn't remember me, would you? It's me, Kim. You and your mother used to come to my family store all the time to buy shrimp chips. Say shrimp crisps. I'm still not sure how you convinced her that it was healthier than potato chips, but I never had the heart to tell her. Wait. Suddenly it clicked. Miss Takai? I remember it clearly now. All the times we'd gone to that store, how the lady who owned the place had always given me a piece of candy from the jar at the counter. But you look so young. Shrimp crisps. I'd assumed this had to be her daughter, or maybe just a new employee. Either way, the woman in front of me laughs, clearly pleased by my comment. Why, thank you. Would you believe I still get carded at some places? And call me Kim. No one's going to scold you about manners here. She's clearly taking this well. But enough about me. Tell me, what have you been up to all these years? How's life? Last I heard you were studying at university, but that was quite a while ago now. I think about 4 years ago? No, that's not quite right. Forget it. Just tell me how you've been getting on. I was gonna say going on, but then I was like, getting on? I'm so curious. It's a little hard to keep up with how fast she's jumping from topic to topic. Well, pull myself up from where I was crouched. Let's see. I finished studying a while ago. I lived in Roland Metro for a bit. And then I moved back here a few weeks ago. More like my social media career went nowhere and I ended up having to move back with my parents when I ran out of money. But I don't think I could bring myself to spoil the conversation with that. Oh, so you live here now? Yeah, for now. She nods at that. So, what do you do? if you don't mind me being extra nosy. Well, I do photography still, but at the moment I'm mostly job hunting. It's been kind of a struggle if I'm honest, but I'm sure I can figure it out. Kim's expression shifts oddly. My words are apparent enough to shake her smile. Maybe I said too much. So you're looking for a job? The words trail off with a few half mutters, almost as though she wanted to say something further, but then decides otherwise. I should probably change the subject before this becomes awkward. So, are you on a walk here or something? No. My husband forgot his lunch again, and I decided to take this scenic route to bring it to him. That's so cute! Aww. She holds up the lunchbox wrapped in a rather unique pattern. Little Sheba. How cute. So that's what she's carrying that around for. Wait, you're married? I don't remember her ever mentioning a husband before. But then it has been quite a while. Yep, since last year. Figured it was time since we've been together for 7 years. You probably wouldn't remember him. But if you come by sometime when he's around, I can introduce you. Speaking of poor Norman, I probably shouldn't keep him waiting much longer. Poor man needs his lunch. But it's been lovely talking to you. You should come by the store sometime. Oh, sure. It's been nice talking to you too. She gives me a small wave before continuing on her way. She really hasn't changed at all. An absolute tornado. Both her personality and her looks, she's almost exactly the same as I remember her. Strangely comforting somehow. I watch her walk away for a few moments and then return my attention to what I had been photographing. I should probably take some other pictures while I'm still here. Looking around, I proceed to spend a good amount of time photographing a few more areas of the park. By the time I'm done, I find that it's already past noon. I'll just edit this one. Pick out the cleanest shot in the camera roll and send it to the editing app to post-process. Now, if I just turn up the contrast and lower the saturation a bit, the lighting in the picture was more like... After playing around with the sliders for a bit, the picture starts to look even more similar to the photo from the exhibit. There, that's about right. Time to save it and what? At this point, my instinct to immediately post things stopped being a welcomed one. It's already been 3 days and I haven't posted anything new to my socials. Sounds like me. I can't avoid posting forever, but putting my hard work into a void and getting nothing in return, I don't want that anymore. I look down at the edited picture on my phone once more. Maybe I'll decide later. By the time I return home, I find that it's already afternoon, bordering on evening. Not really sure if today has been productive or not. Should probably see if I have any responses to those job applications I sent out the other day. Oh, you're back. As I walk in, I'm surprised to find Mum greeting me at the door. I was just about to try calling you. Calling me? Did something happen? Mum doesn't usually call me unless I'm out super late or something. But it doesn't look like something bad happened. In fact, she looks kind of happy. Mum is always awake, I know. Maybe she slept through the afternoon instead. I feel like that would be about 7 hours-ish. At that moment, I hear the door click open behind me as Dad walks in. That's Dad? Wait, did he look like that before? Did we see him before? That's Dad! I'm sorry. Anyways. Just heard the good news. Congrats, sweetie. I knew you could work it out. Congrats for what? I'm clearly missing something here. Feeling a bit lost, I look between the two of them. Somehow, I don't have a good feeling about this. Who is he? That's our dad. Well, that's my dad, I guess. He's kinda... you know... I thought the dad was not gonna look very nice. Like, plain looking, like the mom. The mom looks nice, you know? But I don't know. I thought one of these would have pink hair. Maybe we dyed our hair. Anyways, what's going on here? Remember Miss Take from Take Konbini? Well, she just called offering you a job working at her store. Miss Take called? I did mention to her that I was looking for a job, but now, hear me out. We realize that you're still looking into photography jobs, and I know that you weren't keen on taking a job like this, but it's just a small part-time position and you could still keep looking while you work there. So we've told her you take it. They what? No way. The words left my lips before I even begun to fully process what they said. I told you already, I'm not taking just any job out there. At least not yet. They promised they would give me time. That I could do this on my own. Because I need to prove myself that I can do something. Anything, right? Please, I feel like I failed again. Dad places his hand on my shoulder. Now, calm down a bit. We know it's not what you wanted, but your mother and I both worked jobs like this in the past, and it worked out well for us. Dyed hair, recessive genes for the eye color, or contact lenses. Yeah, maybe recessive genes will go with that. Besides, Miss Take was nice enough to do this favor. I think you should at least give it a chance. I don't care if it worked out for you or if it was a favor. Don't you get that I might have plans of my own? It's not like I haven't been thinking about my own situation here. Do they think I can't handle it? That I can't make my own decisions? No. Takashi, no. This is a pure family, you know? They're treating me like a child. Now, look here. Of course, we understand that you have plans of your own. We know you can handle yourself. It's part of why we've helped you out so far. We believe in you. With that in mind, I don't think it's too much to ask that you have just a bit of faith in us too. We both think this will do you good. We've already told her you'd be there. Just give it a try, okay? For us. If you don't like it, you can always quit. I really don't like this. But what can I even say to that? No matter how you look at it, I owe them. Yeah, because I'm living in their house and I kind of ran off. Even offering to help me pay my debts now. This isn't right at all. I don't agree with what they did here. But I can't just say no. Everything that's been happening is my responsibility after all. Fine. Good kid. Come on then. Pats me encouragingly, quickly ushering me towards the door. What? Look between the both of them, trying to find an answer. Miss Take said she'd sort you out if you come down to the store this evening. If you hurry up now, you can probably still get there early. Well, I didn't agree going there now. The earlier the better. And with that... Yeesh. Practically forced me out the door. Wow, thanks parents. You're so proud of me, okay? The door closes, and I am left alone outside in the dimming light of the evening streets. I stand around for a moment, attempting to process what just happened. Here with parents, this really crosses the line for me. Conflicted, I don't know what to feel right now. Guilty. They're just trying to help, but I totally went off with them. I don't really know what to feel. I stare at the door for a few moments longer before turning on my heel and reluctantly beginning to make my way to the store. The brisk evening air seems to do nothing to clear my mind of the rushing thoughts. Maybe I shouldn't have shouted at them like that. But at the same time, it's not like they can just go accepting job offers for me like that, right? It's my life, and even if I do owe them one, it's not like that gives them the right to do something like this. But at the same time, I do owe them. Is it really right of me to keep burdening them with this? I just don't know what to think. My small exclamation echoes, but is ultimately lost in the empty streets. A belated sense of embarrassment hits as I realize how insane I probably look right now. I should just focus on getting to the store for now. And so, I continue my walk in silence. By the time I arrive, the sky is darkening and the store is almost entirely empty. Miss Kim is standing by the counter, and upon not Miss Kim, Kim. And upon spotting me, she greets me with a smile. Soyuu, there you are. She pauses and her expression seems to momentarily shift to one of slight worry when she sees the look on my face. What's up, kiddo? Have a change of heart about accepting the work? She chuckles good-naturedly at her own joke. Accepting? Actually, should probably just go ahead and tell her, shouldn't I? Feel bad just accepting her money when I can't put my whole heart into this. It's only right for her to know what she's getting herself into by hiring me. Well, if I'm honest, I'm not sure about this. Huh? Wait, they made it sound like you were so excited about it earlier. Did something happen? Well, my parents kind of accepted this job without asking me first. They didn't talk to you about it? Did you even know about my offer? I don't know if I would have taken it if I had known. Not that I don't appreciate you doing me a favor, of course, I do. I just thought you should probably know. Kim's eyes linger on me with an indiscernible expression. Before she seems to snap into a decision. Okay. Well, you don't have to take the job if you don't want to, of course. It was an open offer, not a demand. Oh, okay. Thank you. Kim's smile is bright and reassuring, without a hint of disappointment. If we're taking the time to be honest with each other now, I actually jumped the gun like a loser. I thought I was being proactive, so I put you down in the next schedule and sent it out. I wanted you to be able to start right away without waiting 2 weeks. I feel bad. It seems like she was really just trying to help out. Well, she was. I'm sorry. Don't apologize, kiddo. I played myself on this one. What to do? Kim starts to tap her fingers against her lip in thought. How about this? Would you be willing to take the position for just 2 weeks until the schedule is renewed? I'll pay you in full course, even a little extra since it's a favor for me. She gave me a tiny sly wink. I can't wink apparently. I was trying. There we go. Kelly, hi! How are you? How's your day or night and morning been? Where was I? And then you head off to wherever you need to go. No questions. Yes, I think Stream Elements is just broken. They have to update, I think. Her face shifts suddenly from one of mirth to one that is oddly serious, leveling me with a stare. But remember, this is an offer and a favor. You are not obliged to take either. You don't owe me, okay? Just want to give you a chance to make your own decision after what happened earlier. Well, my parents pretty much think I have the job, so they would definitely be disappointed if they come back and tell them I didn't take it. More than anything, it might be worth accepting this offer, just to get them off my back for a bit. Only be for 2 weeks too. And I get money from it, which I could probably use right now. I'd also help out Kim with her schedule issue. Now that I think about it, this might not be such a bad deal for me. We'll be optimistic. Yeah, actually, this might be the thing I need right now. A bit of extra cash, no worries about making a long-term commitment, and I can still look for photography work in the meantime. Can't say I'm entirely satisfied with this, with how this happened still, but oddly enough, I feel kind of excited about this. Alright, let's do this. Flash Kim a mischievous smile. Seeing my renewed enthusiasm, Kim seems to perk up a bit. You're sure? Yeah, it's just 2 weeks, and I think it might be fun. Face lights up even more at this. She claps her hands together in enthusiasm. Ah, thank you, you're a lifesaver. You know, Norman would have whined for days if I took double shifts again. She sighs in apparent relief. Between us, I was also hoping we could use this chance to talk and catch up on things. It's been so many years and I really want to know what you've been up to. Oh, and don't worry about getting started. I'll be pairing you with my best employee. He's incredibly reliable, a real solid guy. And he's about your age too. I'm sure that both of you will get along great. It's gotta be, what's his name? Fane? About my age, huh? Guess it would be nice to make some new friends. And he knows this store inside out, so his word is as good as mine if you need help with anything. As though to emphasize that statement, Kim nods confidently. Somehow, I can't help but smile at her continued enthusiasm. Kim really is a nice person. She didn't have to, but she completely turned the situation around by giving me this offer. Thank you for this. I feel so much better now. That's great, kiddo, but also time to slightly ruin your mood. Time for the boring stuff. She stands from where she had been leaning on the counter. Follow me. She leads the way to the door, labeled staff only. Ooh, I'm staff now. She offers me a seat at the office desk and then proceeds to conduct a small interview. Have I worked at a store like this before? Am I comfortable carrying boxes over 15 kilograms? Am I familiar with certain products? Why is 15 kilograms the base for everything? Questions seem to mostly relate to information needed to decide on which tasks I might be most fit to take over or how much help I might need starting out. Probably won't be as much help since my work experience doesn't include retail. Finally, we move on to the paperwork. She has me fill out a form, enters my details into the system, and then she runs me through my schedule. And that's about it. I'll run you through your tasks and all the other small stuff during your first shift tomorrow morning. Alright. We return back to the store. Back to the front of the store. With everything done, it's completely dark outside the store windows. Do you want to drive home? I'll be leaving in about an hour when I finish closing up. As nice as Kim is, I don't think it would be a good idea to be... I think it would be a good idea to be alone for a bit. The moment I open my mouth, I feel a tingle in the back of my nose. And I sneeze. Okay, someone is clearly sick and not going out in that rain today. It's hard to argue with her, as there seems to be a headache coming on with another sneeze. You go sit over by the counter, and I'll double time the cleanup so we can get you home. True to her word, Kim finishes about half an hour later and shuffles me home in her car. Arriving home, I am almost immediately greeted by my dad. So, how'd it go, sweetie? Did you manage to calm down a bit? Actually, I'm still kind of annoyed, but talking to Kim has helped a bit. It's probably best if I don't mention the misunderstanding, or that I'm only going to be working there for 2 weeks though. For now, I'll just let them believe it's a permanent position. The computer gets sorted. I feel the pain through those emotes. Yes and no, oh dear. I assume it's been set up, but there are bugs. Or maybe a part was not connected properly. Or you're missing a part. Is Mom out already? She must be at work. Or should definitely be here prying for info with him. Yeah, she left just a few minutes before you arrived, actually. So, do you know when you're starting work yet? Tomorrow morning. Passing him in the hallway, I walk towards my room. You're going to bed already? Yep. I know you're annoyed with us, but we really do just want want what we thought might be best for you. Oh god, the want and the what next to each other really got me. Okay. Sleep well, sweetheart. Good night. Night. I walk into my room, closing the door behind me. Made them spend more money to a fresh install tomorrow, and then the new hard drive arrives. There's an error with some boot files and the new PC hardware. When it works on old hard drive, repairs won't work. Oh no! Oh dear. So in the end, it doesn't get resolved today. Oh dear. I feel bad for them though. Yeah. What a day. Got myself ready for bed and scroll through my social media feed in a mindless stream. Should probably post something out to my socials before bed. Really can't delay it forever. Click into my gallery and pick out any old photos I could use for now, but I don't have to scroll very far as one of the pictures from this afternoon catches my eye. Oh, this is the one from the park. The little square displays the image that I'd taken to emulate the picture from the exhibit. Sad that this is the only photo I'm happy with. It's not even my normal style. What does that say about my own skills? Should just post it and get to bed. I'm feeling a little sick after yesterday. Without double checking, I hit the post button, set my alarm, and set my phone face down. Better go to sleep now since I start work tomorrow. Chapter 2 end. Wrong or right? Right or wrong? Is it time for work already? At least my headache is gone. Medicine really did help. Swiping blindly for my phone, I managed to get a hold of it without entirely shaking off my blanket. Yep, 7:30 AM. And I'm already starting to regret this. Being late on my first day probably wouldn't look good though. I slowly begin to pull myself out of bed, getting ready for the workday ahead. As I enter the kitchen, I am surprised to catch the scent of freshly cooked food lingering in the room. Has someone been cooking? I look around only to spot a covered up plate and glass on the kitchen counter. A note seems to be left beside it. What is this? Note reads, remember to eat, orange juice in the fridge. Good luck on your first day. Dad. Dad cooked me breakfast? I removed the covering to find some pancakes and chopped melon. He must have gotten up really early to make this for me, even after everything that happened last night. I hesitate for a moment, but then take a seat. As I eat breakfast, I decide to quickly pull out my phone to check my emails. Nothing as expected. I guess I'll take a look at my socials. Looks like I have almost 7,000 notifications? What? Realizing the volume of my own exclamation, I quickly shut myself up in case Mom was already home and sleeping. I returned my attention to my phone. But how is this possible? Maybe it's a glitch or something. I click the notification window and it appears that almost all the engagement is coming from one image. The picture I posted yesterday is already at 6,300 likes. What is this? As I scroll through the dozens of comments, I can't quite decide if I'm more confused or ecstatic. Beyond that, however, another feeling nags at me. Is this because I tried to emulate that picture from the exhibition? Can't be, right? Maybe I just got lucky in the algorithm instead, and it was just all a fluke. I don't know. I can't really be picky about numbers right now. I guess I'll have to look for some more of this person's work to know for sure if it isn't because of their style. Either way, I can't let this opportunity go. Maybe things are finally looking up a bit. For now, it's time to work though. Finishing up the last of my food, I quickly wash up the dishes and begin heading out. How's the game? The game is really good. I like it. It's meant to be dating sim, but I haven't really gotten to that part yet. I think this is more establishing who we are as a character in this whole world, our situation. But yeah, I'm just waiting. I think we're about to meet the second love interest. Just outside the door, the sun already floats gently over the buildings and pavement. The weather's gorgeous outside. How are the streets so empty? It's a shame I'll be inside all day. But today marks the first day of work. Sunny days are rare enough during spring, but a few extra minutes outside are worth it even if it means leaving for work this early. The park is on the way to the store though. I could probably take that route and soak in the sun for a bit. Yeah, I think it actually is more of an otome game, except there's only 2 characters. I don't know if they're making any more. While lit differently, the park, much like yesterday, is fairly the same. I continue down the pathway at a casual pace, a light bounce to my steps as I follow the bends and curves. Just then, as I turn the corner, however, my steps come to a halt. The streets have been so empty thus far that I don't expect to encounter anyone. There he is. But there, just beneath a large tree, I catch a sight of a solitary figure in the distance. Something tagged me out of my game. Took more than a few seconds to make out the person with the sun in my eye, but a few things are clear. Messy light blue hair, an unmistakable face. There he is. And a look in his eyes much further away than I've ever seen in them. Names sounded familiar. I'm friends with an otome reviewer and a few indie otome devs. I've seen it pop up before. Yeah, it's very popular right now in the otome space. And the visual novel space too, actually. Since it is a visual novel. He shifts the camera higher, unaware of my presence, but there's something in his face that holds my attention. Was it his unfocused gaze, the feeling of loneliness, or was he simply lost in thought? Nothing I can think of seems to quite fit quite right. Almost feels intrusive to be here, to see a look on his face that I've never seen. But whatever this is, it's something for sure. Something rare. The light shifts for a second, and I feel an itch crawl over my chest, gripping it until breathing becomes difficult. An overwhelming and unmistakable urge. I want to take a picture of this. I'm sure of it now. It's gotta be Fane. The name spills from my lips before I can think about it. Eyes widen at the sound of his name, and his glance soon finds me. Oh my god, his eyes moved. At which point, the camera seems to slip out of his hands, immediately making contact with his face. The strange feeling around my chest lifts. Despite it being safely fastened around his neck, Fane proceeds to scramble wildly for a few seconds to catch the camera. What is he doing? Once the camera is finally back in his grasp, he raises a hand to rub the spot where the device hit his face. A second later, his glance finally seems to return to me. Neither of us move a muscle as we silently make eye contact. Well, this is not exactly what I was expecting. Maybe he doesn't recognize me. But he reacted to me saying his name, so I'm sure it must be him. You are Fane, right? Seems to tense up further. So what if I am? Well, I guess I'll take that as a yes. Is he annoyed with me or something? I guess I did sort of cause him to drop his camera, but it's not like anything happened. It seems almost more like he's wound up for some reason. Maybe I shouldn't push him. Ask if he remembers. Do you remember me? Fane seems to tense up further at my question, and for a moment it looks like he'll answer me. Hello, Fane, can you speak? Jesus Christ. A response would be nice. Instead, he continues to avoid my gaze as he fiddles nervously with the camera hanging from his neck. Well, this isn't awkward at all. It's me, Soyuu, you know? The person you met at photography camp that one summer? words are for the social. Anime-tastic, hello, how are you doing? It's been a while since I've seen you. He spent the week paired up. Not even a flicker of emotional surprise appears with my words. He clearly doesn't remember me. I have to go to work now. Oh, okay. I guess I should be heading off to work as well, but... we'll let him go. We'll probably work with him anyways. I'll let him go. However, as he begins to walk away, I realize we're actually heading in the same direction. My YouTube is taking too much of my time. Oh no! That's not good. I mean, it's good because you know, you have a new job, but sad that all your time is being taken up. Razami! Hi! How are you? Big fan? I'm a big fan of your work. 13 hours daily, Monday to Friday? That doesn't sound healthy at all. How is that ethical? Doing Gucci, just chilling a bit? That's good to hear. I'm doing alright. I'm chilling with this game. I love this game a lot. I'm kind of having fun reading it, to be honest. I'm having a little fun with it. It's pretty common work hours. 13 hours a day? It doesn't sound like common. I feel like common here is like 8 to maybe 9-ish, maybe 10 hours pushing it. Often left home in the dark and got home in the dark in the past in Oz. Really? I guess it depends on the field. I'm thinking more of like office jobs where you're kind of just there for like, I don't know, 8 to 10 hours. Even retail, I'm only there for like 9 hours. 13, I can't imagine. Must be exhausted. Feels bad. Yes, it is a visual novel game. It's a otome game, but at the moment there's only two what's it? Two love interests. I'm trying to adjust the blanket on my chair as well at the same time. Making so much a quite adorable look. Aw, thank you. Yes, retail and stuff is very different. So the fields. Okay, I understand. Yes. Where was I? Leaving a small gap between us, I follow after him. Almost seems like he's walking faster with each passing second, as if my presence behind him is the direct cause. It probably is the direct cause. Turns one corner, and so do I. And then another. I'm not far behind. Okay. Even with him rushing ahead, we seem unable to shake each other. We're clearly headed the same way, but there's no way he works at the store, right? I really hope not. Finally, we reach a small crossing. He stops to wait for the light, and I am left with no choice but to catch up with him. Or maybe I've just crossed and used this opportunity to lose him. The streets are empty anyways. Before my foot touches the road, however, I feel a hand pull me back. Wait, huh? I stop and stare at Fane, but he isn't even looking at me. You shouldn't cross when it's red. You little goody two-shoesy. There's no one there, Fane. Is he serious? This has to be the world's tiniest road in one of the smallest towns at the most deserted hour. It's kind of silly, but I guess he's technically not wrong. Still early anyways. Okay. Let's go with me with a small nod. We proceed to stand around in silence. Not a single car passes by. Finally, the light turns green and we both move forward again. Another short walk later, we both arrive at the store. This is getting ridiculous. Though it seems like I'm the only one thinking that, as Fane simply proceeds to head into the store, making his way towards a staff access door. Just to have your little plushie by my side whenever I go to bed. One day, very far in the future, if I ever have merch, I'll make one of those little plushes. Staff access door. So he really does work here? Well, this isn't going to be an awkward 2 weeks. Doesn't seem like Kim is around yet. I am 15 minutes early after all. I guess I could look around for a bit. I really didn't get a chance to for the last 2 times I was here. Soyuu bean. I make a little like those, you know, the Tsum Tsum little bean plushes? Yeah, okay. Little bean plush me. I'll sit on your car dashboard. I decided to mill around the shelves and see if there are any new snacks. Wow, the snack aisle has really grown. It's nice to see that things are getting more popular out here. Slowly take my time, looking from aisle to aisle until I turn the corner down the chips aisle, to come face to face with a vaguely familiar figure. Hmm? Oh, it's you, the hat boy. Is this guy... Aren't you one of Hen's... Or, well, I think his name is Hen. Huh? What do you mean by you think? Aren't you his friend too? He carries on before I get a chance to correct him. Anyways, this is such a coincidence. My name's Otto. And you are... still somewhat caught off guard. I struggle to keep up with all of his enthusiasm. How does this guy have so much energy when it isn't even 9 AM yet? Apparently he seems to interrupt my silence as something else. Oh, sorry, I guess I was being rude. I should have introduced myself last time. It must be weird not to know the name of someone you're going to be working with. Huh? The name of someone I'm working with. But Hen just wouldn't tell me no matter how much I asked. Big mean guy. He's a big mean guy, but he's kinda cute, you know. I forgive him. Oh, wait, what do you mean? Hen's a big mean guy, right? No, the other thing. About you working with me? You also work here? Oh no, this is about you being our newest brand collab partner. I was surprised too, but I don't question the Henbei. Henbei? Who is Henbei? Finally put my car dashboard back together after like a month. Reminds me I got one part left. Oh, what happened to your car dashboard? Someone with that many followers can't be wrong about stuff like collabs. Collab. Hen. While both things would normally sound rather ordinary by themselves, the combination of the two triggers a nearly forgotten memory from a few days ago. Is this what he meant by collab? What is this? I've never agreed to anything about a collab. You have a pretty good sense of style too. I'm sure you'll make us a lot of money. Why am I supposed to be making someone else money? Unless this is his way of making me pay for his phone? That's the only thing I can think of. Oh! Ooh. Mimo Media, thank you for the follow. Welcome. I had it apart to do some wiring but got lazy. Oh, this guy's dog, he's making me think Korean. I think he is Korean. Because the store owner, I think it's Japanese. So there's a variety of ethnicities here. But he's definitely inspired by K-pop style. Not to complain to streams for you not being named this week's kawaii VTuber streamer. And there are lots of kawaii VTuber streamers. What are you talking about? Many more besides me. More that definitely have nicer elements to their models. Okay, calm down. Let's backtrack. He mentioned followers. So this guy has to be online, right? It'd be good to know who I'm dealing with first. And maybe we can work out some other way for me to pay him. Sorry, 1 second. What was the name he used earlier? Henbei. Pulling out my phone to do a quick search. I do my best to sound out the name in my head and click the first result that pops up. Oh. 1.2 million followers. No way, this guy has a massive following. Was I supposed to click on those images? Huh? That's weird. Still focused on the screen, I respond without thinking. What's weird? You're not wearing any Aguda brands? I thought all of us had to wear their things. They're always telling me, listen to the sponsors, Otto, but you can get away with it? It's not fair. Or Okta? I don't know if I'm saying that right. Athletics? What? This guy isn't just big, he's got massive connections. If this is the truth, he should have more than enough money for this phone. But according to Otto, I'm in this collab with him? Is he just getting some weird kick out of me owing him? The more I think about it, the more confused I become. But despite that, one thing comes to mind. First the job at the store, and now this? Why am I never getting a choice in anything? Well, I mean, we kinda did break the guy's phone. Nice abs were it. I should have clicked on it. I don't know if I was allowed to, or if it was just like an image that popped up. Maybe I wasn't allowed to. I don't know. I felt like I should have been able to. I continue to try and make sense of the situation, but it's exactly then that someone familiar dashes up. Hey, Otto, grab a basket. They finally restocked that extra long sour gummy strips. Oh, it's you. What are you doing here? After everything I've heard, something in his scrutinizing gaze and tone immediately sets off a nerve. I don't know, Mr. Collab Partner. Otto here was just filling me in on all the details about the Ogta collab that you forgot to. Really, Hen? How could you forget? That's not cool. Must have said something right, because it takes a few seconds for Hen to even respond. Hey, Otto, why don't you grab some of your favorite snacks while I talk to a collab partner? My treat. Really? Sure. No backing out of there now. It was hard to tell if Otto was just oblivious or putting on a happy face, but he listens to Hen's word and wanders off. Follow me for a second. What about work? I feel like this would have taken more than 15 minutes. He doesn't even wait for my confirmation before he walks out of the store, leaving me no choice but to follow. We stop at a short distance away from the store and, thankfully, away from each other. If he still won't start the conversation, then I will. What was that? Since when was I ever part of some weird collab? How am I making you a lot of money? Nothing to say? You had plenty to say the other day. I thought you said I just had to pay for the gummies and that was it for your phone. Were you just lying the whole time? For the first time in the conversation, he finally responds. I did say that, and the gummies were enough. You were just supposed to buy me candy and go off on your merry way. I didn't ever think that... Just give me a second to think. Paces from left to right, all while muttering to himself. Maybe if I just... No, I can't do that. Wait. As I watch his composure crumble, I can't help but think there might be some truth to his words. You were serious about the gummies on your phone? Hello? Can you hear me? My moderator? Nice of you to join. Of course I was. There was no point in lying about that. Then what was all of that back there? Everything about the collab? Okay, listen. Similar to the other day, it seemed like everything I've asked him about the collab, I didn't get an actual response. Instead of an answer to my question, it seems like he has other things in mind. Do me a solid favor and just forget everything Otto told you. If he asks, just say that you talked to the sponsors and decided to turn the collab down. And if anyone else asks, just tell them you don't know anything, okay? So, I'm not a part of this collab, and I'm not on the hook for your phone still? Of course not. Huh? So he was being honest. I guess I overreacted. I should probably apologize to him. But wait, this guy, and I assume the other two with him, are massive influencers. Maybe this might be my big break. Business ideas, we like it. I don't want to blackmail him though. I don't want to be nice to him, but I want the money. But also, what about Fane? Hmm. Um. Fine, I'll agree to his terms for now. No, he was nice enough not to force me to pay for his phone. It doesn't feel right to do that to him. Don't know if it was a good idea to accept this deal, but everything earlier was clearly a misunderstanding. Fine. You kept your word about the phone, so I'll do it. Really? Really? Well, thanks. I appreciate it. His words trail off as he makes a gesture towards me, as if prompting me to fill in the blank. Is he asking me for my name? Soyuu. Soyuu, huh? Sends a little wink my way as he tests out my name. Maybe you're not so bad after all. Don't get going though, I'll see you around. And with that, he heads back into the store to find his friend. I guess he really wasn't so bad after all. What about work, Soyuu? What about work? Demo end, side B end. Let's do the... I wanna be closer to Fane though. Start. My name is Soyuu, and I would like to chase after Fane this time. Leave Fane in your capable hands. And he's gone. So this is the Fane round? Aha, aha. We should pretend like we're listening this time. Yes, of course. So you don't have any questions? Questions about what? The woman looks at me with a scrutinizing gaze before sighing. Perhaps you're more suited elsewhere. Having some photography skill isn't going to cut it if the only thing backing you up is 3 years of social media experience. Make us... what? Make us what? Guess I shouldn't have lied. I see. Thank you for your time then. You know, I'd be quite happy to give you a chance despite your bland, boring portfolio, but you need to want it, to have passion for it. Our biggest clients all want tasteful, cultured body shots of themselves, and we are a discreet studio dedicated to art. Money? I'm trying to make money. Wait, weren't you the girl zoning out just a few booths over? How does he know that? Yeah, it's definitely you. Not many people with pink hair around here. Damn. Wow, there's the bee. Where is he? Let me move him over. There we go. Thank you. Hello, Gippy. He flips carelessly through my portfolio with one hand. You have no real skills besides playing around on social media, and you apparently have no passion if you can't even listen to passionate people. No skills, no passion, no culture. I'll never work with you. Can't be serious. This is the guy that tells us he wants to do everything? Oh. It's a different guy. Oh, so there's different people, different recruiters. So basically, we're gonna get an internship from this guy. Can't pay us, but we get a whole lot of exposure and work experience. Should have known. You don't even have to listen to me all the time. We're really casual here, I promise. Oh, come on, not this again. See, you're already doing it. We get along great. So this guy's useless. I'll give it some thought. Thanks. Where's Fane? Nothing but rejections. I was told applying at job fairs was supposed to be easier. They're not true at all. At least email rejections aren't as brutal. This was such a waste of time. So just steer clear of Mr. Culture's booth as much as possible. Another day, another disappointment, I guess. That sounds cool. I'm sure you'll be great. Great, my butt. That's the Fane from before. Wonder what that boy would think if he saw me today. Apparently he thought absolutely fucking nothing. Would he still think I'm doing great? A silly thought. Thinking about some kid after all this time. It's a bit sad. I remember what he said perfectly, but I can't quite remember his name. Swear it started with an F, right? Was it Fang? No, I think it could have been Frank. Maybe it was more of a Finn. Wait. Isn't that Fane? There he goes. Hey, Fane! Wait up, Fane! Come back here. My quiet exclamation is lost in the noisy crowd, as is the sudden flicker of an all too familiar face in the distance. Without realizing, I take a few steps forward. Can't be. Fane. Why is he here? Where's he been? Did he look different? A million questions surface, but before there's time to think about any of them, I'm already running after him. The crowd around me blurs, my focus stays on the spot he last stood. Only in the rush, I'd forgotten to look where I was going. Or... Watch it. Little bee friend came. Yeah, someone gave my bee back. The man I collided with utters a panic curse as his things clatter to the ground around him. A few startled people nearby also quickly back away, eyeing us with a mixture of surprise and concern. There's no time to worry about this, I have to get up. I sweep up my drop portfolio and ready myself to run once more when... Ah, crap. There, beneath my shoe, there's a very shiny, very new looking, very broken, beyond repair smartphone. So highlights what we've already done. Apologize and then run after Fane. Can't deal with this now. I need to find Fane. Looking up from the cracked phone, I catch the stranger's gaze and hesitate for a second. It's no good. I don't have time for this. I'm sorry, I have to go. I'll come back later. Without looking for a response, I quickly turn to run after Fane once again. Barely evading a few more startled passers, I made my way towards the place where I'd last spotted him, occasionally catching a glimpse of light blue hair. Ended up finding myself just outside the venue exit. How is he so hard to catch? Why does this boy run so fast? I don't even remember him being athletic at all. Despite the fact I had been running, he seemed to have already vanished in the direction of the park. Finally. Wait, where did he go? The park appears to be empty. Or so it seems. Where is he hiding? Until I spot movement beneath a wooden picnic table as what seems to be a head peeks out over the bench. Our eyes meet for just a moment. Fane? The voice startles. A short thump could be heard as his head met the underside of the table, wobbling it slightly. Ouch. Ouch. Clasping his head, he seems to flinch for a moment before attempting to clumsily scramble out from under the table. What was he even doing down there? He trying to hide? You okay? Maybe I should go help him? Carefully, I make my way around the table. Perhaps he needs help. But seemingly in response to my advance, the boy hastens his scramble to get to his feet. I'm fine. There's an unexpected level of coldness in his tone. Could I have made a mistake? No, I'm sure it has to be him. He even reacted when I said his name. You are Fane, right? That's me. So? With his hands and knees covered in dirt, he now stands upright, an uncharacteristically wary look on his face. Well, that's direct. I really should have thought of something to say before speaking to him. Maybe he just doesn't know who I am after all these years. Do you remember me? Bane seems to tense up further at my question, and for a moment it looks like he'll answer me. But instead, he continues to avoid my gaze as he fiddles nervously with the camera hanging from his neck. But this isn't awkward at all. It's me, Soyuu. You know, the person you met at photography camp that one summer we spent the week paired up? Not even a flicker of emotion or recognition appears with my words. What do you want? Actually, what do I even want? I scramble through the crowd for him, so... He's a shy little boy. Be honest, you don't know what you want. Honestly, I'm not really sure. I just saw you and then, well, I just kind of ran after you without thinking, I guess. He seems to study me carefully as I speak. I've been out of town for a while, and I don't really know anyone here anymore, so I guess I thought it might be nice to talk to you again. But it's okay if you don't want to. Though his posture seems tense, something seems to give way in his expression. As he looks away once more, his mouth remaining closed in a thin line. It's not that I don't want to, He looked down at his camera nervously for a moment. Maybe he's feeling shy. Maybe. What gave that away? If you don't want to talk right now, how about giving me your social media? Or, I guess I could give you mine. He looks back up at me carefully. You don't need to message me or anything. I probably won't really have the time to talk much anyway. It'd just be nice to not lose contact again, you know? Well, I guess this probably seems kind of weird to you since you don't remember at all. What have I been saying at this point? I don't know what I'm saying at this point. I barely have time for myself, let alone for reviving forgotten friendships. He looks at me thoughtfully. Before beginning to search his pockets and clumsily digging out a rather beat-up looking smartphone, it takes a minute to search for something. Finally, he points the screen at me. Profile page open. Here. I don't know how to do this. Ah, just a sec. Digging out my own phone, I noted his profile name. Main 63501. Right, got it. Thanks. He hesitantly pockets the phone again, continuing to awkwardly stare at me for a bit before finally muttering, I'm late for work. Then I head out for some shut-eye, I assume. Been up since 4. Have a good rest of your night. And then you told me to shut up. The audacity. I was gonna say, have a lovely night. Thank you so much. But then you told me to shut up. God damn. So rude. James. It's a correction. Yes. I understand you're getting shut-eye. Don't worry. I hope that the problem solves itself tomorrow and that you have some more patience to deal with it. I wish both of you good luck with that computer. Thank you so much for stopping by stream. I really appreciate it. It was nice chatting to you. I hope you sleep well. Bye bye. Good night. Thank you. My pleasure. Fane raises a single stiff hand in what can only be assumed to be a greeting gesture of sorts. Okay. Bye. How frank. And without another word, he scrambles off towards the other park entrance. What was that? Well, whatever that was, it certainly wasn't the Fane I remember. I guess I have his account now, though. I might as well take a peek. Let's see what we have here. Fane 63501. So we can... Maybe his profile will tell me why he's being so weird. We can click on posts. Description. Gorgeous. Pet parent 4. 3 years ago. Can we follow him? 5 followers and 1 post. How does he only have 1 post? Even from 3 years ago. And it has 75,000 likes. It has 75,000 likes? Wait, what is this? How? The numbers are still there no matter how much I look at the post. This makes no sense. He might have just reposted something, right? Dumbfounded. I can do little more than continue to stare blankly at the screen. What am I missing? The sound of my own stomach growling derails. I was gonna say details. Derails my thoughts. Well, it's late, and I can think about this later. I should probably get home before it starts raining anyways. Mum's not gonna be happy if I'm late either. I should go back to look for the phone guy. Only taken a few steps in the direction of home, when all of a sudden, a thought flashed back into my mind. Wait. Ah, crap, I totally forgot about him. I completely ditched him back there. What was I even thinking? An avalanche of conflicting thoughts hit me. Should I go back for him? Would he even still be here? Still be there? Still this late? How would he react if I did find him? Surely he would be angry at me for running away like that, right? Never mind. It would be super awkward if I ran into him again after this. I continued to mull the issue over. I couldn't help but cringe internally at the thought of that. Okay. Calm down and think. If I remember right, the job fair is still open for a bit for the evening events, so he might still be there. And I should probably at least try to do the right thing. Shouldn't I? Just as I'm contemplating this, I feel a cold drop of rain hit my cheek. Soon, a flurry of heavy raindrops follow. Looking up, I find that the sky above has taken on a foreboding shade of grey. Fine. I so don't have time for this, but I also don't think I can just go home after remembering this. And so without wasting another moment, I begin running through the rain back towards the building where the job fair is being held. Pause to catch my breath. Should really stop neglecting my workout routine. I feel that, girl. My clothes feel all damp from the rain. Okay, focus. Having caught my breath, I pull myself up, scanning the place ahead for the man with the broken phone. The venue is fairly empty at this point, so I can easily see across the expanse of the hall. However, I can't seem to see him. Could he have left already? Well, he was kind of flashy looking. I guess I could. Catching sight of a nearby unoccupied booth, I wander over. Excuse me. I catch a woman's attention. How can I help you? Well, I was looking for someone and I was hoping maybe you saw him. He was tall, now that I think about it. He was kind of handsome. Situation. How do I even begin to explain this mess to someone? Well, earlier today I accidentally crashed into someone here and knocked him down. I think I may have ended up breaking his phone too. Have you perhaps seen that guy by any chance? The woman gives me a withering look, clearly unimpressed about what I just told her. She then opens her mouth as if to say something, but before she can do that, we're both interrupted by a voice behind me. Seems like the lady does know of her crime. Turn towards the voice, only to find the exact person I was looking for. And here I thought my dashing handsome self had been discarded like a used tissue once she disappeared. Does he need to describe himself as dashing and handsome? Of course he does. Because he is dashing and handsome. I'm so proud of you for coming back to take responsibility. I'll admit, I didn't expect that from the girl who was so ruthlessly smashed custom engraved $5,000 phone beyond repair and then ran off. His tone might be mistaken for playful joking under different circumstances. However, the pointed stare he directs at me tells me an entirely different story. He smiles at me. It is absolutely not reassuring. For a moment, an awkward silence falls. I awkwardly make eye contact with the woman who had asked for help. She continues to smile at me, but is clearly uncomfortable. This is so awkward. We should probably continue this in private. Well, looks like I found him. Thanks. Without another word, I quickly turned to leave, soon hearing his footsteps follow behind me. A glance back has him smiling and shrugging at me, as though what just happened wasn't entirely his doing. He's kind of starting to irritate me. A safe distance away from prying ears, I come to a stop. As does he. Doesn't look like he's going to start this conversation, so I guess I will. You realize I was looking for you, right? I turn to face him. He looks back at me innocently. So? So, I really don't think you had to go and make a scene like that. It was totally uncalled for. Aww. He raises an eyebrow at me skeptically, clearly unimpressed with that response. Okay, I did deserve this since I did run and abandon him like that, but still. This is clearly getting me nowhere. Okay, fine. I came back to apologize about your phone. I'm so sorry about that and running off afterwards. I'd like to make it up to you somehow. And how are you going to do that? How am I going to do that? I hadn't actually thought about that. Maybe I can tell him I'll pay for it when I get more money. Just as I'm about to tell him, however, I pause as I remember his earlier words. I look up to find him smiling at me, as though he somehow read my mind. Ah, I did say it was worth 5,000, didn't I? Brand new, customized, engraved. I almost forgot to mention all that work I probably lost by not being able to access my email. I'd love to know what you have in mind. I don't know how to make it up to him, but I'll try. I don't actually know what I can do, but I want to try. He makes a show of tapping his chin, humming all the while. Luckily for you, I am not only handsome, but I'm also quite merciful. I'm sure we'll think of something. Well, looks like I've got to get going now. I'll be in touch. Wait, but how will you contact me? I have my methods. He has his methods? It's kind of sketch. What does that mean? Before I can ask, he's already turned to leave, giving me a small wave. Okay, then I guess. Thoroughly confused, I stand around for a good few moments, watching him wander off, until, crap, what am I doing just standing here? I quickly wrestle my phone from my pocket to check the time. I knew it. It's already 6:30 p.m. I'm totally gonna be late now. I quickly begin making my way towards the nearest exit. Dad won't be happy if I'm late to dinner again. Should probably move faster. And so I did, making my way home. The walk back home is a relatively short and uneventful one. Soon enough, I am standing at the entrance of my parents' house, contemplating the best way to explain my complete lack of success with the job fair to them. I guess no matter what, they'll find out sooner or later. Might as well just bite the bullet and get it over with. Turning the key, I push down the door handle. Here goes. Entering the house. Okay, we've done this part. I'm just gonna skip. Here we go. Still can't believe that was Fane. He acted so differently compared to what I remember. Not to mention the hair and the camera. I thought he barely used phone cameras before, but the one he had was actually a good one. Speaking of which, Mr. Dashing and Handsome? More like Mr. Self-Flattery. Sure, I broke his phone and left, but he could have just discussed it normally with me. I don't want to even know what his methods are. Let's just hope I never see him again. I should probably get up before I end up falling asleep. I still need to eat dinner and take a shower. Try to finish those uploads tomorrow. Maybe send up some more job applications. Chapter 1 End Mayday. When did I fall asleep? And I'm still wearing my clothes from the job fair. I must have passed out. Despite the fact that I've slept, I find myself feeling unusually groggy. Oh no, I hope I didn't overdo it again. Well, I ran in the rain. Huh? Did I forget to mute notifications? Not like I've been getting that many lately. I reach into my pocket, my jacket pocket, pulling out my phone. Let's see... Huh? It's only 7 AM. Alright, I should probably hit the follow button before I forget. Probably send Fane a quick message too. Hi Fane, this is Soyuu from yesterday. Hope we can chat sometime. There we go. Looks like I have a few direct messages myself. Okay, hang on. Let's see here. Messages from... I don't recognize the icon or username. They even have Bay in their username. That'd be embarrassing to say out loud. Kinda cute. Good morning, Soyuu. Maybe you're still asleep. I hope you haven't forgotten about yesterday. You know, about how you broke my $5,000 phone and ran away. Never mind, this isn't cute. What is this? It looks like a troll message. Wait. Ah. The message says broken $5,000 phone. This can only be the guy from yesterday, right? No way. I calmed down. I should check his profile just to be sure this is really him first. Oh, we can click on these. Off to the gym because it's core day. Hen babes. So he's hen bae and the fans are hen babes. I mean, bed today. Shirt looks uncomfortable. You should take it off. You should take it off. Alright? Got a new ring. Do I look good? Hen bae has blessed these hen babes. Are these the new rings? I think these are going to be more finalized later. We're perfect. At Lovely Lilia. At Kara. I think it's Kara. Cute. Oh, we look at it anyways. Yeah. It's definitely him. It fits his dashing and handsome personality, that's for sure. And he has... how many followers? I must be dreaming. Yeah, that's it. I really wish I was dreaming. Judging by the engagement, those followers are quite real. But how did he find me? He even knew my name and everything. It didn't seem like he knew who I was yesterday, and it's not like I'm big enough on socials for people to recognize me. Especially in small towns like this. But ignoring how he did it, this is bad. Really bad. This guy has a lot of pull on the internet. Even a casual post about what happened could have his fan base after me. At least it looks like he hasn't posted anything yet. I should probably respond before he starts considering it though. Okay, think. Hello? Ask how he found me. Yes. How did you find me? Surprised you're listening. Yes, well, I did just wake up, Hendrik. The man who passed along your info was yelling that you didn't listen to people with passion. So, that's how he found me. Guess I didn't tell people they couldn't pass my details along, but still, Is that allowed? Anyway, I said yesterday we'll think of something, and I have. What? A dreamboat? Drop dead gorgeous and willing to help me out when I didn't deserve it at all? Or so I hear you say. Is this all self-flattery really necessary? But save your admiration for our meeting at the Chop Cafe in an hour. Oh, wait, what? I wouldn't leave me waiting if I were you. It's got the little emotes, kinda cute. Are you serious? You want me to meet you at Tulip Cafe? Bingo! What are we doing? Should make sure it's nothing weird. What are we doing then? And ruin the surprise? Blasphemy! Hearsay! Okay, see you there. He's such a carefree spirit. Well, that was pointless. But maybe I should go along with it, just to be safe. If I remember right, Tulip Cafe wasn't much more than 20 minutes away from here. Haven't been there since I left for the city, but I should still know the area well enough. And it's not like I had much planned today anyways. Guess I might as well go. I send back a quick confirmation and tuck my phone away. Fine, I'll be there. Agana did break his phone too. I at least owe him this much. Probably. I'll have some breakfast first before I leave though. Mum and Dad also wanted to talk about the job fair today. I completely forgot. Well, I guess I'll just get ready to go out for now. Let's start by getting out of bed. Breakfast at the kitchen table used to be more of a family affair until Dad started working earlier shifts and Mum later shifts. Since I've been back, it's usually just Mum and me. I wonder if Dad left out any breakfast. As I walk in, I find Dad sitting at a still particularly decked table, a selection of crossword puzzles in front of him. He catches a sight of me, but is clearly unused to my presence. Well, someone's up early. Did you have trouble sleeping? Looking at the table, I find that he's left some orange juice, toast, and butter out for me. Milk is in the fridge if you want some. I had to put most of it away since I didn't think I'd have a celebrity guest today. Ever the comedian, I see. I have to go out in a little bit, which is why I'm up. It's quite unusual. I head to the fridge to remove the carton of milk. Could say the same thing about him. Kinda surprised he's still here at this hour. Aren't you usually fixing the problem of the day at the community center by now? Actually, I'm gonna check the pipes at your old high school today. The vice principal called me saying there was a strange rattle, but I thought I heard you wake up, so I was hoping we could still have breakfast together. That's nice. Same old Dad. I swear he would wait to have a glass of water together. Besides, I would like to talk to you about yesterday. Your mother's still not back yet, and at this rate she'll drop to sleep the moment she's home. I was hoping he wouldn't bring this up yet. Come on, eat something, and then we can talk. He smiles at me reassuringly. Sure. I should probably at least hear him out. And so, I prepare my breakfast and join him at the table to eat. We have a small, relaxed conversation, and I help him out with a few crossword solutions, and he tells some jokes. And then... Alright then, let's talk, sweetie. Tell me what exactly happened yesterday. Tell the truth and leave the pie about the phone guy out. Yeah, nothing much really, I guess. I just didn't have any jobs that seemed like a good fit for me, that's all. And I was right yesterday, probably shouldn't mention the phone incident to him. Well, I'm just gonna keep looking online, I think. I'm really trying. I stare down at my hands. Can I really afford to keep trying? It's hard not to look at the carton of orange juice at the table. Ever since I decided to go off to study photography at university, it wasn't hard to notice things. I noticed that many of my parents' favourite food brands slowly disappeared one by one, only to be replaced by cheaper no-name items. or nothing at all. Wonder how long this can go on. It's been years since Dad had his favorite orange juice. Have you considered maybe looking into other fields? You know, just something you could do to look while you look for photography jobs. Maybe. His words echo my own thoughts. But even then, I need that time to work on my social media. I can't make it unless I'm dedicated to it. I know I can do it. Just worked a bit harder, worked a bit longer. Could do it. Probably. Seems to think for a moment before responding. Your mother and I... Well, I'll just come out and say it. But we're just a bit concerned that you might be limiting yourself out there. Oh my god, it's like talking to my own parents. Don't you think it might be time to let it go, at least for now, and look at other options? What do I even say to that? He's right, and we both know it. We've been getting nowhere with this. No matter what I try, I just can't seem to dig myself out of this rut. All of my attempts to find work since I was forced to move back in with my parents have failed. And my social media career has been on a downward slope for months now. I probably should have pivoted weeks ago, found a job at a restaurant or store or something, but I just want to give it one more shot before I give up. I'll make peace with it after that. Somehow, maybe. Am I selfish if I keep going after my dream? They've done so much for me, and yet I look towards the carton of orange juice once more. Tell you what. Pats me lightly on the shoulder as he gets up from his seat. Just give it some thought for now, and we can talk about it some other time. Alright? Sure. Good kid. Try to cheer up, sweetie. You know we'll always have your back. I don't get much time to think his words over, however, as Dad interrupts once more. For now, though, you should look at the time. I gotta run or I'll be late. Giving me another pat on the back, he quickly makes a run for the hallway, and soon enough, I hear the door click shut. And there he goes. I should start heading to the cafe too. Maybe the walk there will clear my head. Getting up from my seat, I clear the table of the rest of my breakfast, grab my jacket and phone, and begin making my way outside. Here we are. Julep Cafe. Certainly brings back some memories. Strange how few people there are around at this time in the morning, especially outside of a prominent cafe. But there's no point in daydreaming out here. I might as well get this over and done with. Doesn't look like it's changed much, even after all these years. There's hardly anyone around, so it makes mere milliseconds to spot the man I'm looking for. He leans across the counter, apparently engaged in a lively conversation with the barista before the bell announced my arrival. Ah, here she is, and within 5 minutes to spare. Now that I think about it, with how flashy he looks, he's kind of hard to miss. I just hope he doesn't make a scene again. He waves at me to come over, and I soon close the distance between us. In the presence of company, I try to subtly ask him why I'm here. He decides to, unsubtly ignore me and turn back towards the barista instead. How rude. Alright, now I'm ready to order. Let's see, then I'll have an iced mocha with double espresso, extra foam, and a shot of vanilla, white chocolate shavings, and caramel drizzle on top. No, wait. Seems to seriously study the chalkboard behind the barista. Make that whipped cream on top with caramel drizzle, please. Oh, and he gestures to me and smiles widely. She's paying. I'm what? I don't remember him mentioning this. Well, I guess he didn't actually mention anything, really. And it's just coffee, so it's not that big of a deal, but there's a moment of silence as the barista seems to note my hesitation. I look up at the man beside me, but he just smiles from where he's propped up against the counter. He clearly didn't mention this on purpose. With the order already entered, it seemed like I had no choice unless we cause a scene, so I just silently pull out my wallet, carefully remove the $5.25 needed, and place it onto the counter to be processed. I also have a name for the order. Name, well, is his order of coffee flavored sugar, so Hen? Wait, he never actually gave me his real name either, and I only know his online handle. Can't be expecting me to say that embarrassing name out loud, can he? I look up at him searchingly, but all that awaits me is another one of those unexpected smile. You no good. He clearly knows what's going on here, and he isn't even going to help. If I didn't look weird, I would dig through social media right now. His name is probably on there. Let's see. I'll just stick with Hen. Might not know his actual name, but maybe I can pass his username off as a nickname. Just put the name down as Hen. Barista slowly tilts his head. His eyes look at me beneath furrowed brows. I'm sorry, did you say Hen? What's with that weird look? Yes? Spelt like the name of a chicken, that Hen. It belatedly hits me, referring to people by nickname of their online handle can still yield questionable results. Okay, play it cool, so you just double down with full confidence. Yes, like the chicken. The snort draws both of our attention, and now the barista look has morphed into one of concern instead. That's not a good look. Why are you laughing? It's your username! You're the one he's calling a chicken. Look, if you're trying to play a prank on me... No, look. You just put it down. Hendrik cuts me off sharply. Huh? Or just Hen is fine. Hendrik. Got it. Looking up, I find Hen winking at me. Why were you laughing if it was your actual name all along? It was so embarrassing. I'll get you back for this. Just you wait. Just you wait, Hendrik. Who am I kidding? I'm not in a position to be doing that, and we both know it. I just... wishing I could fade away. I let the scene pass. The barista goes about preparing the coffee while Hen appears incredibly pleased with himself. The both of us mill around quietly on this corner of the counter. I don't know how much more I can handle of this little adventure. Luckily, it's not a long wait. Order for Hendrik? It's a redundant sentiment, considering the fact that we're the only ones here, but signals a possible end to my suffering. Thank you very much. Slide something over to the barista, words muttered so low that I can't hear, before pointedly jutting his chin at me and heading outside. Seriously, this guy. Putting away my wallet, I only now realize I've been clasping with a vice-like grip. Look, I look to the barista. Yes, thank you. The shaky thank you is the best I could offer before I turn to quickly catch up to Hen outside. What is happening? Hen? Huh? There he is. Now, I just have to try my best to forget what just happened. So, what's happening now? Well, you didn't just call me here so I could buy you a coffee, right? Why not? Why not? Well, is he trying to mess with me deliberately? Acting dumb or something? There's no way he actually called me here just to buy him a coffee. Right? Forget it. That's the important part here. You said that the phone was worth like $5,000 or something, right? I did. He doesn't even bother to elaborate further. So, this can't possibly be enough for me to be let off the hook, right? I didn't say anything about you being let off the hook. I just really wanted a coffee this morning. But you see, it's just a pain to have to go through all that effort just to get the money out of my wallet. Every word is dripping with an unnecessary amount of dramatics. I can already feel my hand cramping up since you so savagely tore my beautiful $5,000 phone away from them. What if it gets worse? Hands are the second most visible part of the body, and the dorsal side is a marker of physical attractiveness and biological quality in men. My career will be ruined if they got damaged. He holds up his hand as though it's injured. So, basically, he's just being petty. Well, Hen clasps his very precious hands together before I can even finish my thought. If you don't mind, got to get going now. Oh, going? See ya. See ya? No, wait. I stand around uncertain for a moment, watching him disappear around the corner. And he's gone. Well, that was abrupt. Still not entirely sure what just happened. He didn't even bother discussing the phone with me in the end. Wait. Didn't he also say something about me still not being off the hook? Don't tell me he has more in mind. It's only 8:30 and I already have a headache. On the bright side, I guess he's not a bad connection to have. Even if we were on bad terms, I might still be able to get something out of this. But for now, I need to de-stress. Slowly turning, I begin walking in the direction of home, only to find myself hopelessly lost in thought. Before I know it, I find that instead of home, my feet have carried me to the park. The scenery here has always been so picturesque, and so we've done this bit. She takes a photo. Let's take a photo of flowers and nature. Crashing down, I lean over the tiny speckle of flowers. Yeah, this looks a lot better without flash. Oh, how pretty! They're little daisies. Staring at my phone screen intently, I try to find a good angle to position myself without crushing the flowers below. No, standing here is blocking the light. But maybe... Wait, this is... I pause for a moment. This is just like that shot I saw on Fane's profile. I just turn up the exposure, maybe widen the aperture a bit. There we go. Not bad at all. Indeed, the photo I've taken looks strikingly similar to the one I saw on Fane's profile. Strange, singular viral post that still confuses me. Is this really okay? As I look at the image on the screen, I wonder if I haven't ended up copying the style of the photo a bit too closely. Well, it's not uncommon to learn by studying techniques that other photographers use, right? Couldn't help but recall all the assignments at university that revolved around one study or another. I'd even posted several of those without much concern. It's been a while since I've come out with a photo I'm happy with. I really feel like I might actually be getting somewhere with this. In the midst of my depressing situation, I can't help but cling to this renewed feeling of inspiration, so I decide to indulge it for now. I continue to take pictures, becoming so engrossed in my work that I don't seem to notice as someone approaches me from behind. So, a woman's voice. This is my karma. Looking up, I see a woman wearing a logo. There she is. There we go. We already have seen Kim. We don't need to see her again. There we go. Now time to save it and what? At this point, my instinct is to immediately post things. Stop being a welcomed one. It's already been 3 days, and I still haven't posted anything new to my socials. I can't avoid posting forever, but putting my hard work into a void and getting nothing in return, I don't want that anymore. I look down at the edited picture on my phone once more. Maybe I'll decide later. By the time I return home, I find that it's already afternoon, bordering on evening. Not really sure if today has been productive or not. I should probably see if I have any responses to those job applications I sent out the other day. Oh, you're back. As I walk in, I'm surprised to find Mum greeting me at the door. I was just about to try calling you. Calling me? Has something happened? Mum doesn't usually call me unless I'm out super late or something. But it doesn't look like something bad happened. In fact, she looks kind of happy. At that moment, I hear the door click open behind me as Dad walks in. Just heard the good news. Congrats, sweetie. I knew you could work it out. This is the job offer. Yeah, they're just trying to help me, you know? It takes a moment for me to begin to walk towards the store. This is because my parents had accepted the job offer for me for Kim's store because she accepted it. And I was like, well, don't help me. And the parents were like, just give it a go. And so we're on our way to work now. Well, we're on our way in the evening to set up some stuff. Do documents, etc. Realizing what I just did, despite my previous frustration, I feel guilt well up inside of me. I shouldn't have gone off at Mum and Dad like that. Sure, the way they went about it wasn't great. Well, it was worse than not great, really. But they were just trying to help in their own way. Let's face it, it's not like I was getting very far on my own. I sigh heavily, thinking through the events of these past 2 weeks. How embarrassing it had been to call them in tears, asking if I could return home until I found work. They'd even been nice enough not to bring that back up. Indeed, ever since I returned home, no, even before that, they'd been nothing but supportive. I feel terrible, but there wasn't any time left to dwell on that. Soon enough, I found myself arriving at the store. By the time I arrived, the sky is darkening and the store is almost entirely empty. So this is Kim giving us a job opportunity. Okay, we will accept realistically and reluctantly this time. Alright, I'll do it. You sure? Since she's being honest with me, I think it's only fair that I keep being honest with her. I'm still not a big fan of how we got to this point, or sure that this job is going to work out well, but it's just 2 weeks. I think I can do it. Kim visibly slumps with relief. I'm sorry about this whole thing, kiddo. Cross my heart that I'll ask you directly next time. And try not to give your folks too hard of a time, okay? But to me, you're a lifesaver. Norman would have whined for days if I took double shifts again. Norman is her husband, if you missed the previous one. Now that's out of the way, let's get to the boring stuff then. She stands from where she had been leaning on the counter. Follow me. She leads the way to a door labelled Staff Only. She offers me a seat at the office desk and then proceeds to conduct a small interview. Have I worked at a store like this before? Am I comfortable carrying boxes of 15 kilograms? Am I familiar with certain products? Questions seem to mostly relate to information needed to decide on which tasks I might be most fit to take over, or how much help I might need starting out. Probably won't be of much help since my work experience doesn't include retail. Finally, we move on to the paperwork. She has me fill out a form, enters my details into the system, and then she runs me through my schedule. And that's about it. I'll run you through your tasks and all the other small stuff during your first shift tomorrow morning. Alright. We return to the front of the store. With everything done, it's completely dark outside the store windows. Do you want to drive home? I'll be leaving in about an hour when I finish closing up. As nice as Kim is, I think it would be a good idea to be alone for a bit. The moment I open my mouth, I feel a tickle in the back of my nose. and I sneeze. Okay, someone is clearly sick and I'm not going out in the rain today. It's hard to argue with her, as there seems to be a headache coming on with another sneeze. You go sit over by the counter and I'll double time the cleanup so we can get you home. True to her word, Kim finishes about half an hour later and shuffles me back home in her car. Arriving home, I am almost immediately greeted by my dad. So, how'd it go, sweetie? Did you manage to calm down a bit? Actually, I'm still kind of annoyed, but talking to Kim has helped a bit. It's probably best if I don't mention the misunderstanding, or that I'm only going to be working there for 2 weeks. For now, I'll just let them believe it's a permanent position. Is Mum out already? She must be at work. Or she'd definitely be here prying for info with him. Yeah, she left a few minutes before you arrived, actually. So, do you know when you're starting work yet? Tomorrow morning. Passing him in the hallway, I walk towards my room. You going to bed already? Yep. I know you're annoyed with us, but we really do just want what we thought might be the best for you. Okay. Sleep well, sweetheart. Good night. I walk into my room, closing the door behind me. What a day. I get myself ready for bed and scroll through my social media feed in a mindless stream. I wonder if Fane's ever responded to my messages from this morning. Click into my DMs, but all that awaits me is my alone sent message. I did tell him he didn't need to message me back. Looks like he's taking that pretty seriously. I should probably post something on my socials before bed. I really can't delay it further. Onto my gallery to pick out any old photos I could use for now. But I don't have to scroll very far, as one of the pictures from this afternoon catches my eye. Oh, this is the one from the park. A little square displays the image that I had taken to emulate the picture on Fane's profile. It's sad that this is the only photo I'm happy with. It's not even my normal style. What does that say about my own skills? Should probably just post it and get to bed. I'm feeling a bit sick after yesterday. Without double checking, I hit the post button, set my alarm, and set my phone down. Better go to sleep now since I start work tomorrow. Chapter 2. Wrong or right, right or wrong. Someone's messaging me again. Not my alarm? Is it time for work already? Swiping blindly for my phone, I managed to get a hold of it without entirely shaking off my blanket. It's only 7 AM, and it looks like I have some messages. Messages from... Wait, I'm feeling some serious deja vu right now. Didn't I already go through this yesterday? Maybe I'm still dreaming. That's it, yeah. A very vivid nightmare. Unfortunately, no attempt at denial seems to erase a newly familiar username and an icon of a certain Henbei on my notification screen. I'd almost forgotten about him with everything that happened yesterday evening. I wonder what he wants now. Should probably see what he wants. I want to see what he wants. Wakey, wakey! Time to get up, Soyuu. It's no time to be sleeping. Don't you know what day it is? What day it is? Was there something special about today? Somehow, I feel like this is probably just another setup from similar to the job fair, where I'm going to end up as the punchline. Happy birthday? Maybe it's his birthday. He seemed like the type that would ask about his own birthday. Aw, thank you. Wait, I was right? But no. Never mind. Day 2 of my poor tragic life without a phone. But do you know what will make it better? Do you know where? Don't tell me. See you in an hour. Wait, no, I can't do this today. I have work at 8:30. Can't we do this later? Hello? And he's offline. How are we gonna meet him if we have to go to work? He's not being reasonable. What do I do now? I guess I'll think about this after breakfast. As I enter the kitchen, I am surprised to hear the sizzle of a frying pan and the scent of freshly cooked bacon wafting out of the room. I look around only to see Mum at the stove cooking breakfast. She's just finished working a night shift, hasn't she? Shouldn't she be getting ready for bed about right now? Oh, good morning, sweetie. I hope you slept well. Shouldn't you be in bed right now? If I remember correctly, she should have only come home from her night shift. So, what is she doing here? Since your father texted me you're starting a new job today, I thought I'd make you a proper breakfast. She smiles, but I can tell she's tired. Oh, come on, don't be silly. Take a seat, it's almost done. She gestures towards the kitchen table. I guess I should just do as she says, though I feel kind of bad. I'm sure she must be really tired. I glance at her as I take a seat. She just smiles at me, but doesn't make any further efforts at conversation. Soon enough, she's placing a glass of orange juice and a plate of food in front of me. Now, that should keep you going, shouldn't it? Thank you. I've missed Mum's cooking, but, well, I should probably just accept it since she's done it now. I join you for breakfast, but I really think I should be getting to bed. Oh, okay. But before I go, have you made sure to check your schedule over again? You don't want to be late. Yes. What about getting a copy of your tax forms? Yes, I have. Good, good. She begins heading towards the door. Oh, and don't forget to take your umbrella. It might be sunny now, but the forecast said it's going to rain today. Now get it, Mom. I'll take the umbrella. Alright. I can tell when I'm getting annoying. As dry as the humor was, it was clearly her attempt at a joke. As she exits, she gives me a small wave. Good luck on your first day. Good night, Mom. Oh, and thank you for breakfast. You're very welcome. Check the time before proceeding to make short work of my food. Better get going now so I don't end up late for work. Oh crap, I almost forgot. Pull out my phone once more, staring unenthusiastically at a certain message window. Guess I'll have to make a detour to meet up with Mr. $5,000 phone, won't I? I can only assume he wants to meet up at Tulip Cafe again. At least I hope so, since it's not like he added any other location. What a pain. I guess I have no choice. I gather up my bag and jacket on my way, and remembering Mum's reminder, I pick up my umbrella on my way out. Doesn't look like it's raining yet, at least. Without wasting much time, I begin making my way to the cafe. As I arrive, I find the place appears to be completely empty except for a single employee wiping down the counter. He looks up at me as I enter. Looks like Hen isn't here yet. I look at the time. 7:49 a.m. Damn, I'm here a whole 11 minutes early. I stand around uncertainly for a moment, unsure if I should sit down at a table or not. Can I help you? The man at the counter speaks up as I don't seem to come to a decision. Let's base on his last order. Actually, maybe I can save some time if I order his coffee now. That way there'll be less of a chance of being late to work. What if he just makes up another order? I feel like he's the type of person that would do that. Do I even remember his order? It was ridiculously long. As much as I would like to forget the events from yesterday, it was embarrassing enough that I even remember his coffee quite clearly. And throw in an Americano with 1 sugar and cream, please. Should take a few moments. Can I get your name for that? And it's Soyuu. I pay for the drinks and I lean back against a free space along the counter while I wait. I decide to pull out my phone to pass time. No new emails. Let's check my socials. Looks like I have 3 likes and I've lost 20 followers. Should stop looking at this. I'll just make myself more depressed. I try to avert my eyes from my phone, but they always come back to the empty notifications tab, hoping to find something different. Maybe I need to do more research on other posts and see what's trending. My finger continues to swipe as I scroll through my feed, but a familiar voice interrupts me. Oh, someone's eager. Someone's an eager beaver to see me, even showing up early. Here's Hen. Turn to find that it's none other than $5,000 phone, of course. Could at least wait for me to answer before even going offline like that, you know? You know what? You're right. How could I be so rude to ignore you? I should really check the phone I no longer have more often. Can't be missing a single message from the girl who broke it and ran away, costing me not only a really good deal, but also a really decent phone that I happen to really like. Oh no. What if I cause her a minor inconvenience? Looks like I've hit a nerve. Should probably... Before I can go on to formulate any further response, I am interrupted by the man at the counter. Order for Soyuu? At that point, Hen's focus seems to finally shift from me to the employee. I'll just get that, okay? Without waiting for an answer, I quickly move over to the counter. That's one Americano with sugar and cream, and one cafe mocha with double espresso, extra foam, and a shot of vanilla, white chocolate shaving, whipped cream, and a caramel drizzle on top. Points to each respective cup through the massive cream on one is clear indicator. I hope I got Hen's order right. I really hope he doesn't order something else. Well, I guess I'll find out soon. Pick up my own and find a hand coming from behind me to swipe the other one just as I'm reaching for it. Seems like he's studying the label with a raised brow. Huh? What's this? You remembered my order. Well, well, you must have really been paying attention yesterday. It's a little hard not to pay attention when a drink traumatizes you. Not bad at all. Wait, is that a compliment? Oh my god, he complimented me. Well, I should get going now. See ya. Without another word, he turns and begins heading for the exit once again, leaving me confused. But only for a moment, as I remember the time. Crap, it's probably even later now. I hesitantly raise my phone to glance at the time. It's already 8:05. I need to hurry. And so I do, moving as quickly as I can without spilling my coffee. I'm running. I'd assumed that there'd at least be someone at the cash register. Leaving a cash register perfectly unattended is definitely a small town luxury. But even then, isn't this kind of unsafe? Well, if the place is open, Kim must be around here somewhere. Maybe she's in the back somewhere? I'm a bit early. Short walk around the aisles later, I catch her emerging from what appears to be the storage room. Ah, saw you right on time. And I see you've even got yourself a coffee while being on time. How very responsible. Ah, thank you, ma'am. Not like I was forced into the situation at all by some man whose phone I broke, which cost him $5,000. Well, come on, let me get you started. She waves for me to follow her into the office and then seems to pause when she notices the unoccupied cash register. Huh? I could have sworn It seems like she's looking around for someone. Fane? Fane? But it couldn't be him, right? Wait, what would the odds be? I would receive the answer to that soon enough, as after a short pause, a familiar face peeks out over the top of the register. He's so short. It is him. The eyes meet for just a moment before he quickly ducks away. There you are. What were you doing down there? Slowly, the remainder of the boy I recognize at the park emerges. Nothing. Oh, he's not short after all. Nothing about his rigid posture supports the statement as he nervously fiddles with his hands. It couldn't be that he was hiding from me again, right? Well, alright then. She sounds unconvinced, but seems to brush it off, resuming her walk to the office. I want to follow after her, so my eyes remain glued to Fane for a good while. Hi, Fane. Hello. Well, at least it seems we're still on speaking terms. His eyes, on the other hand, seem to be looking far in the opposite direction from where I'm standing. And I really thought he might have warmed up to me. Just a little. Sorry, are you coming? Yes. Sorry. I guess I'll see you around. Okay. As a man of little words. I had no clue he was working here. And even though he gave me his contact info, he's still hiding from me. Wonder why. Well, either way, this is definitely going to be an interesting 2 weeks, that's for sure. Demo N, Side A, because I've done Side A and B now. Look at that! Let me switch over. I'm gonna switch over to here, but I'm gonna keep the diffraction music in the background. Give me a second. There we go. Because the music is so nice, you know? I'm done with the demo. My my voice hurt from reading so much continuously for 3 hours. But I hope everyone enjoyed that as much as I did. I had a lot of fun. I can't wait for the full game. I really like how the the character sprites blink. And I have all these animations. I think it's really cool. But yes, I'm not gonna revisit it to try every ending. I'll just wait until the full version comes out and then we will play that whenever it is released. So, I'm just gonna end here. I want to thank everyone for watching, lurking, everyone who was in chat. It was nice to talk to you. Thank you so much. I will see you guys next week for some more comfy games, hopefully. I'm putting off some of my normal content a little bit. I will do the new Genshin content soon. I do want to get to it. I enjoy the desert content a lot. But I'm in my Animal Crossing phase right now, you know? So I might do some just random Animal Crossing streams at night if I feel like it, you know, because it's very low energy, comfy. So if I do random streams, don't be surprised. It's just Animal Crossing. But yes, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys next week. I'm not gonna send a raid over for today. I don't know who I would send it to, so I'm just gonna leave it as is. So yes, thank you so much, and goodbye. Bye.